us too. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
So where's the office back at Division? In the office, baby. Going up.
All right, here we go. Football Friday. Rothman and Ice. Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, and the loose cannon at the controls. Boys, good to see you.
It's great to see you, big dog. One of my favorite days of the week is here, just not your normal Friday, as you said. It is a Football Friday, so I'm ready to rock and roll, man. You're looking good over there in that baby blue polo. You're repping Bill Belichick's Tar Heels today. Is that the vibe? Is that what you're trying to give off?
Jordan Hudson sent this along. Anything she sends, I'll wear. I am feeling good myself. We got a nice show for you. Howard Griffith, Big Ten Network.
Yep.
We'll break it down, see who's real, who's not. A little pressure cooker. We got some overs and unders, obviously, this hour. We'll get into our college football picks against the spread. We'll go into the Bobcats in the final hour as well. A little deeper dive into them with Marty Bannister, play-by-play voice of those Bobcats or Kittens. Who we getting this Saturday night? I think people expect the Cats to show up, maybe have a first quarter to hang in there, and then it's, can you hang on like grim death until it happens? We'll find out. The spread has ticked down 29.5 now off of 31, so not that changes anybody's philosophy on what will happen in the game, but Ohio State, as we know, has won both and covered both in their first 2 weeks, so here we go. Night game always gives a little more energy. It's supposed to be warm out there tomorrow. Yep. What are we getting, about 80? I don't know what it'll be at kickoff yet, even though I am the one who gives the kickoff forecast. You'd think I'd be, but I like to give you the latest and greatest. I think we're looking at probably around 76.
It's not bad.
At kick.
It's not bad at all.
And then into the, it'll be very comfortable for the game. Tailgating might be a little on the warm side.
A little thick out there.
Yeah.
A little thick out there. Stay hydrated. Drink a water every once in a while, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah, it's always good to have a little night football. Tomorrow's college football slate looks really good, and I know we'll get to that in college football picks, but there are some good games on deck. And, OU's coming in here with some confidence, and they should be feeling good based off of what they've done in the first and second game, almost beating Rutgers, and then having to deal with a whole bunch of West Virginia fans coming into their venue last week and still finding a way to get it done. And so they got a veteran quarterback, as we talked about, and some guys that have been probably waiting for this moment to play in the shoe and maybe feel a little slighted by maybe not getting an offer from Ohio State or whatever it is. And so, we may see a little resistance in this game, more so than what we got last week. And I think that could be a good thing for Ohio State as they go into a bye week.
I picked up on a little Phil Collins there.
Yeah.
Has Ohio been waiting for this moment all of their life?
Sing it, AR.
Can you feel it coming in the air tomorrow night? Mm-hmm. We'll see. It's one of those things that, they got nothing to lose except the game. And they obviously want to be competitive.
To lose except the game.
Like, that's it, right?
You're right.
I actually should say it differently. When you play Ohio State, there is a lot more than just the game. There is the chance of a lifetime to feel like you could hang in there with the best team in the country. Now, every time you play Ohio State, if you're an in-state school, which I think Ohio State's ripped off, 47 in a row against in-state opponents, and then one was a tie in the 20s, and then you got to go all the way back to like Oberlin in the 20s where you find a loss, I think.
Wow.
So this doesn't happen. There are teams that have pushed them. I remember in 02, in the championship year of 02, when they go down to Paul Brown, and Cincinnati was it Gino Guidugli or whoever was quarterbacking? There's a drop pass on the left side, and was that the right name?
No, I have never heard.
Did I pull a large piece of furniture out of my backside?
It sounds like if it was a football movie, like he would be the quarterback, like a character, Gino Guidugli.
Yeah, that would be a good name. And Krenzel has to do a ballet move into the end zone, scrambling, and it was a game that Claret didn't play, and they barely get out of there alive. I remember when Josh Harris, Bowling Green,
Yeah.
Had him on the ropes here in the stadium.
He did.
A kid from Westerville. Like, you couldn't dream it up any better. And it didn't happen for them. So this isn't really about whether I think Ohio State's going to win the game or not. Of course I do. It's whether the guys from Athens can come up here and push Ohio State. And it's one of those things where I think you have, and we'll ask Marty about this because you mentioned the quarterback. And the one thing, no one can guarantee whether Parker Navarro is going to play great football tomorrow against that defense. And it'll be curious to see how Matt Patricia deploys his guys against him, because he can run, and how many risks do you want to take to force some turnovers. But the one thing I think you can probably hang your hat on, and I'll ask Marty about this, is whether Parker will be wowed by the environment, whether the lights will be too bright. I don't feel that way. I don't think he'll have crazy nerves. It's just whether or not they're so overmatched that it's just too much to ask for him to keep his team in it for 4 quarters.
You just don't want to let Parker Navarro get carried away with what is his strength, in my opinion, and that is moving the chains with his legs, right? I mean, this is a guy that had over 1,000 yards last year, and you look at the amount of carries he's already racked up this year. Clearly, it's something that they know that they need week in and week out is the quarterback run. And when you are an underdog going up against a team like Ohio State, whether it's the quarterback run or just the traditional way of running the rock, that can always work in your favor to a certain degree by slowing the game down just a little bit, trying to limit the at-bats for Julian Sand and that crew over there. And so I think Matt Patricia and that defense is going to do everything in their power to contain Parker Navarro and not let him run around like he's Josh Allen tomorrow. Because, I mean, you look at last week, West Virginia kind of forced his hand a little bit, and he walked into 3 interceptions. So maybe that's not something that they're fully comfortable with doing. We'll talk to Marty about that, is that if you make them go to the air more times than not, then that could work out in Ohio State's favor. But we saw right out of the gate what Matt Patricia can do as a defensive play caller and frustrating the heck out of Arch Manning and just throwing looks at him that you rarely see at this level. And so I'm sure Coach Patricia's got some of that in his bag, and that may be a little body shock for Parker Navarro and just that offense as a whole. I just think it's going to be important early for Ohio State tomorrow evening to just punch OU in the mouth, because this is a team that's coming in with confidence. And if you let some of that confidence grow early on, then things can get a little squirrely. And then obviously the pressure that's already there for Ohio State maybe ramps up but a little bit. But talent for talent, we know what it is. And it's not exactly what we were talking about last week and what we saw with Grambling. But for the most part, this should be a comfortable day for the old Scarlet and Gray.
Yeah, this is one of those, Bobby. We were talking with Bobby on Wednesday and talked about, Ohio kids and Michael Molnar, who was the junior linebackers from Mason. And you got guys that certainly get a chance to play in that building. Then you get a night game out of it for those kids. So it's all good, really, until you get beat up to the point where it affects you the rest of the year. We've always talked about betting against the team that played Ohio State the week before, whether they played good or bad, especially if they played good and lost. Yeah. Or, it just takes so much out of them to try to stay in a game like that. It would affect them. But OU's next game is against Gardner-Webb. Then they go into their Bowling Green at Ball State, Northern Illinois, and then they get into their season.
And they're the reigning MAC champs.
Yeah, they are. Who'd they beat? Toledo? No. Who was that? Who did they beat?
The MAC championship game last year? Not remembered who that was. But either way, they got the crown on their head. And so, they're going to have a big target going into conference play.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. They gave up 34 points against Rutgers in a loss. But everyone's slanting that towards, wow, they almost beat Rutgers. Mm-hmm. Should I be looking at it that way, or should I be looking at it as they gave up 34 to Rutgers?
I think,
what would they give up to Ohio State?
I mean, I think that's fair. Maybe you could look at it as, hey, it's a game one situation. We're figuring some things out, and we kind of turned things around a little bit, AR, and held West Virginia to 10 points the next week. Maybe that's how they would try to sell it. They got in the lab, and yes, we gave up a whole bunch of points to Rutgers, but respectable program, and West Virginia comes into our building, and we give up 10.
You start running a respectable program, and I won't have to come in here and hassle you no more. This is a tough one because I think they can probably hang in. The other thing about OU hanging in, and this would be for a half, eventually it's going to run away from them, you would think, unless Ohio State does what you're talking about, which is you take the big shots early and you don't worry about the consequences because over 4 quarters you probably win. Now, I'm not saying you treat it like gambling, where you just do whatever you want and you know you won't pay for it. This is a game where you can't do that completely. Yeah. But I'm with you. Like, you remember when I said, coming off last year, we'd find out, like, is the Ryan Day, which Ryan Day are we getting? The guy that's going to play the no regrets playbook and, don't be conservative. And then what we saw in Texas was a perfect blend of situational coaching, big plays, trusting a young quarterback, not being predictable in third downs where you're just running into the line and hoping to get a first down or punting away. So we actually did see a blend, and then in Grambling, throw it out. It doesn't really matter. They could blitz and not care or whatever. It didn't matter. But I'm wondering in this game, they have to continue maybe doing a blend of what you're talking about. Maybe not go through a knockout punch and just go 3 and out because you're trying to get long touchdowns. But this would be one where you would blend all right, you're in midfield, you're going. 4th and short, you're going. You're going on 4th and medium. You're basically putting all the pressure on them rather than trying to play this too, surest way.
I hear you, and I think you just want to keep stacking on offense what you've been stacking already. And it sounds like Coach Day is confident in what he's seeing in Julian, and we're seeing it too. Like, the ball's coming out quick. It feels like he knows what he's doing, and I don't think he has everything as far as the full playbook goes just yet. And so the big plays will come when you have the playmakers that they have. I don't know if you really need to force it on any given week, but you absolutely can do what you're talking about, AR, against opponents like this, is maybe take some chances every once in a while to see if you can work on some things on the fly. And then another part of this game, too, is what are we getting between the mascots this go-round, AR? I mean, last time we had a little brouhaha. What did Coach Spurrier call it? A melee between Rufus and old Brutus?
Go down there and punch the kid. Started a melee.
You know what I mean? Get a little cage match going before the game. They got to squash this beef tomorrow.
Okay, can we just speak in reality for a quick second? These aren't the same human beings.
I know, but it's the
that
same.
Are in these
but
costumes.
They know the
these
history.
Aren't real things.
There's got to be a square off between the two. I need a face-to-face
you mean
tomorrow.
Like revenge?
Something's got to happen. After what happened, was that 2010, I believe?
I mean, they're not. This isn't like an alumni band coming back. Now that I would buy.
Wasn't that the DeVere playing against his brother game?
I think
it had to be.
You're correct in saying that. Yeah, I think you're correct in saying that. But I think Brutus has got to, keep your head on a swivel tomorrow, Brutus. That's all I'm saying. Because Rufus is coming. No.
Don't keep your head on a swivel. Do what you said the team should do. Strike the first blow.
Go right after.
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Cobra Kai.
Wouldn't be mad at that. I'm just saying, Brutus, watch out. Because Rufus is I guess Rufus wants some smoke.
What if they did alumni mascots and got these two back together? One more time.
I'd be here for it.
Part 2.
I love it.
We'll come back. Brian Smith, the head coach of the Bobcats, putting together his own pressure cooker. You'll hear it next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease 2 Elantras for $222. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $222 a month for a 2-year lease. Both your new Elantras come with owner assurance and America's Best Warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. In Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes fees. First month payment, 10K miles per year, ends 9/30.
Oven-baked French toast. Hot, melty cheese. And meat. And meat. And meat. Introducing UDF's new 3-meat French toast sandwich, piled with bacon, sausage, and Canadian bacon. United Dairy Farmers. Mornings made for you.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. And don't forget about our 29-degree drafts.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
To find an agent near you, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Buckeyes, the 2025 football season is here, and that means three things: football, game day, and smooth Jameson whiskey. Whether you're catching the game at home, at your neighborhood bar, or soaking up the team spirit at a tailgate, Jameson Ginger and Lime and Ohio State Athletics are a winning combo. So cheers to making game days even better with the official whiskey of the fans. Jameson, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Taste responsibly.
Jameson Irish Whiskey, product of Ireland. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2025, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, New York.
If you're itching for a new vehicle this fall, you have to go see my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. Hey, it's Anthony. I drive an awesome Ridgeline, and you can drive home the rugged 25 Ridgeline Sport with 0% APR or lease for as low as $299 a month. Or go for the looks and reliability of a 2025 Honda Accord LX, just 3.99% APR or lease it from only $199 a month. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, and GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Common Man and Timmy.
Big Dumper. That's quite a nickname. You know, where does a nickname like Big Dumper come from? Is it anything to do differently than you just take giant dumps?
Common Man and Timmy Afternoons on the Fan is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you picked match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports skidball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Temperatures soaring into the mid to upper 80s with plenty of sun. Clear skies tonight with lows in the mid to upper 50s, and then lots of sunshine and heat building into the forecast Saturday with highs in the upper 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Anthony's hidden talent is weaving a movie quote into every conversation. It's mostly not annoying. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Mostly really damn clever, isn't it, Maddie? Hey, shout out to my boy Ryan, who stopped by, bought some Hockey and Hounds hats for the charity, for the big dog walk on October 12th, the Gigi's Dog Walk, walking the dog downtown, right across from Nationwide Arena, October 12th on that Sunday. Go to gigi's.org, find my little fundraising team, and you can just sign up. You don't have to donate money. I mean, if you want to sign up for the $15, you get the free shirt and all that, and we'll have a great time. There'll be so many rescues down there, animals, just a great day. Again, on Sunday, October 12th.
Okay.
gigi's.org, walking the dog.
Okay. You just got
special things.
These Hockey and Hounds hats just in your trunk ready to go.
I do.
Yeah, I love it. You're like the dude that comes by the barber shop that used to come in there and try to sell DVDs and all that stuff. Like, you're just ready to go. Like, if you see AR, you need a Hockey and Hounds hat, he has
it's like in
they look good.
It's like in Goodfellas. 2 Luckies. How many you need? Cigarettes, whatever.
Yeah, I do. I would like one. I would like one. I think you got a couple different colors, right?
Red, white, and blue.
Okay.
Rope hat.
Okay.
All the kids want the new rope hat.
The rope hats are fire. I'm in on those. I think I want the white one.
Then the one I'm wearing now, which is, I just call it blue steel.
Okay.
And then we have a beautiful red one. Just beautiful.
Maybe I need to look at that before I commit to the white one. Because I think AK, our guy Adam King,
he got a red, white, and blue rope.
He got a white one, right? Okay, that one.
All the proceeds going.
Looked good.
I mean, 100%. So
looked good.
All right, contact me, email, or Twitter if you want to get one of those.
Slide in his DMs, baby.
That's right.
Twitter.
Exactly. All right, so Brian Smith, head coach, Bobcats. We had his back earlier in the week when he misspoke on that they have two of the best receivers when he thought Caleb Downs was one of them.
We all do it.
Caleb Downs did catch a pass last week, so I think he has an out.
He does have hands.
And
He does have hands.
Carnell Tate, you could probably make the case, has been the best receiver so far this season.
Look the part,
The
man.
grabs that he's made.
Yeah, big time. Big time stuff from Carnell, which we knew that he had the skill set to do it. Like we saw it last year. You could see it coming, and then you give that dude a whole offseason to get in the lab, to work with Hartline and Jeremiah and all those guys. Like, it's not going to surprise me at all if we're talking next draft that guy's a first-round pick. I think he's got the talent to be that.
As underrated as I think anybody is right now, and I'll tell you why. If Jeremiah makes the same grabs this season that Carnell has, that he has made, it's national news. Yeah. It's beyond national news. It's, you got to leave now. You got to somehow get this guy in the NFL. Like, if he made the catches that Tate has made, the circus grab in the first one, coming back, the juggle grab, and then the one-hand leaper at the pylon, if Jeremiah Smith, which he can make those catches, and he will, but I'm here to tell you, I think it's gone because it's Grambling. That's number one. And there were highlights to be had from everybody. But the one against Texas turns out to be they need that score. Mm-hmm. And I just, maybe not in our world. He's certainly not underrated in our world.
No, I mean,
I think he's not one of those names that's been bounced around the country.
Yeah, and Jeremiah's got the national machine behind him as far as advertisements go. When you're doing American Eagle stuff with Travis Kelce and you're doing big-time brand stuff and you're in commercials and all that, he just has that based off of what he did last year and what he built. But Carnell just needs to continue to do what he's been doing, and he will become a household name because you're just not going to be able to deny the talent that he's putting on display each and every Saturday.
All right, head coach, the Ohio Bobcats, Brian Smith. Here he is. By the way, he was a long snapper. Did you guys know that back in the day?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, Hawaii.
Oh, good luck.
Went to school in Hawaii.
Oh, he's a Rainbow Warrior.
Yeah.
I believe so.
I would love to ask him about that.
Never leave.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think
Good for you, Coach
I'd
Smith.
never leave.
He's probably got some memories, man. Some good ones, too.
Probably can't wait to get out of Athens with that standard.
Well, then he went.
The bar was set pretty high pretty early.
So if I'm right about this, he was there as a long snapper and then went back as a student assistant.
As you should.
Okay. Then left. Then went back again.
I get it.
As an O-line coach and an RB coach. Then left. Then went back again.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
16, 17, 18. Then left and then found his way to Athens. So from Hawaii to Athens.
That's cool.
But it was hard for him to leave, as you could
This
tell.
is his first place that he's ever been outside of the Western time zone. Pacific time zone.
Because he was at Washington State, correct?
Yeah. He was there. He was at Cal Lutheran. He was at Oregon State, Portland State, Royal High School, which is in California.
Royale High School.
So he went from like
Casino Royale.
Royales with cheese.
West Coast / Hawaii to Athens, Ohio. That's got to be some sort of culture shock.
And he's from Cali.
Yeah.
But he's been following his dream to be a coach.
And he's building something good down there in Athens.
And it took him to Athens, Ohio.
Yep.
Here he is on what his team faces versus, I guess, what Ohio State has.
Oh, you want me to play it?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay. I thought you were playing it. Here you go.
Part of it's the opportunity that they have to compete against the best team in the country right now. Obviously, the defending national champs and the number one ranked team in the country. And then also just that, all the pressures on the other side. And, our guys just need to play free and, trust our culture and, lean on the things that have made us successful, which is how hard we play, how much we care about each other, and, eliminate all the outside noise that's going on.
All the pressures on the other side.
He's right. Mm-hmm. That's the way to say it. It's the way to believe in it. All we can control is who we are. And let them, we are playing the number one team in the country. I mean, obviously, he has every bit of ammunition he can have. He can take into that locker room. He can also point to, you want to knock USF off the headlines? You beat Ohio State. The USF Florida game will be a distant memory to people. Like he could, but if he says that, if that's his pep talk, then in an odd way, he puts more pressure on his team. Like I think if you're a head coach in this, if you're Brian Smith in this, you don't talk about it. You go full Norman Dale. We're not going to talk about the winning or the losing of this game. But if you put everything you can into it, then at the end of the game, we're going to be winners. Like I think if he can do that, if he can say all we control is each play, that's how you reduce the pressure, because then you're not playing results. It's too much. He can walk in there, Matty, with a, hey, Vegas says that you guys aren't even within 4 touchdowns of this team. You want to do something about that? Like he could play that card, but I don't know. He doesn't seem like a guy that would lean into that.
And also, too, I think there's a reality of hearing your coach say that and kind of knowing that, while, yes, Vegas says that, it is going to be an uphill climb. Like, I would be shocked if anyone truly believes in that locker room that they can win this game against Ohio State. They probably would say that publicly, but I don't know if you are a Bobcat right now where you're looking at everything Ohio State's done, especially in week 1, feeling like you're going to get it done. But there's no doubt that Ohio and what they've been able to do these first 2 weeks have gained some respect, and Ohio State better respect what they have done, because if they don't and they come into this thing sleepy, then you're just talking about having to grind maybe more so than you want to in a game like this. And so, man, I just was really impressed with what they did a week ago. But Ohio State right now, just on both sides of the ball, is just very well-rounded, and especially on offense, with how they've been able to keep Julian clean and up front. I mean, this offensive line hasn't allowed a sack yet in the first 2 games. And yes, while Grambling is in there, the first matchup was against Colin Simmons in a defense that is going to be pretty doggone good all year long. And so it's just about executing the things you're supposed to do when you're Ohio State in a game like this, and controlling the controllables, not getting in your own way with stupid penalties and just pre-snap penalties and all of that. And so I just expect to see the Scarlet and Gray continue to build off of what we've seen, which has been pretty good. And especially on defense, they've got to be up to the challenge with taking on a veteran quarterback who right now is coming in with some confidence.
All right, we come back in 2 minutes with our friend Howard Griffith of the Big Ten Network. 4 Big Ten teams are ranked in the top 10. Are they all contenders? We'll ask him next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling, 1-800-COOLING.
Script Ohio necklaces, Blocko earrings, Ohio State bangles, and more. You'll find an exclusive collection of luxury Buckeye jewelry you'll love at the Diamond Cellar, starting at $99. Show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Get the MVP, more value price from Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Mustang, Escape, or Bronco Sport, $399 a month with 0 down. New 25 Bronco, Explorer, F-150, or Lightning, only $499 a month with 0 down. Visit our newest location in Marysville or CoughlinFord.com.
Coughlin has the car for you.
48-month lease, all factory rebates to dealer. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $387 dock fee, $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 9/30/25.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
From sold-out stadiums under Friday night lights to more than 100,000 screaming fans on the banks of the Olentangy, America's football capital is right here in OHIO. But the greatest players and coaches of all time live in Canton at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter if you spend your Sundays yelling "Hoo Day" or barking like a dog from your seats in the pound. A trip to the Pro Football Hall of Fame should be on every fan's bucket list. Plan your trip at ProFootballHof.com. The Pro Football Hall of Fame. Ignite the passion, relive the glory.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
These two have a ton in common. Anthony loves hockey, and Matty's always cold. This is Rothman and Ice.
Oh, he's our man, Howard Griffith. And when he was doing his thing down in Champaign, there was nobody that could stop him. 8 rushing touchdowns in a single game. We've gone over that many times, and it probably never gets old. Howard, welcome back, my man.
Fellas, how are we doing today?
We're doing good. We got a night game tomorrow at the Shoe. We got the Bobcats coming up here, little in-state game. They obviously beat West Virginia. They hung with Rutgers. You know, we expect maybe a little better half of football than we got last week as far as competitive nature, but let's slant to the Buckeyes here and through a couple of weeks. And I know you can't define them or measure them against Grambling, but they did what they wanted. Do you think any differently of Ohio State now than you did before the season?
You know, I would say this. It's not so much that I think differently of them. I have, just from covering the league, and you guys know this, just how hard it is to be the starting quarterback at Ohio State. And to watch what Julian has been able to do in those first two games, and I know he was somewhat limited against Texas because they wanted to stay more conservative, but opened it up a lot. I just think the way he's handling the game right now is a tremendous upside for Ohio State, and to be able to do it so quickly, regardless of the opponent, I think will bode well for them as the season continues to move forward.
Howard, let's flip it over to defense and get your thoughts on Matt Patricia and what he's thrown out there on film. And a lot of people were praising the efforts from the defense, especially in that Week 1 matchup against Texas. Just your thoughts on that unit and the guys that are buzzing around on the defensive side of the ball.
You know, one of the things I think defensively that Matt Patricia brings is a different style. So, yes, it is a system, but the NFL is really all about matchups, putting your best players in position to take advantage of the skill set of the players that they're going against. And to watch him move Arvell Reese around, to me, really shows just how talented he is. But then all of a sudden you couple that with Sonny Styles, and you could be looking at arguably the best linebacker combination in the Big Ten, if not one of the best in the country, because they're so interchangeable by being able to cover, by being able to put their hand in the ground and rush the passers coming from depth. You know, that's really dynamic. And obviously Caleb Downs is doing what he does. But Matthews, to me, the other corner to me has really stood out. Just his makeup speed. He made a play, I think it was the Grambling game. Oh, no, it was Texas. And got back so deep. But just reading and understanding, willing to step up and get in the middle of contact. I really like what they're doing. And I think they're going to continue to do that. Obviously, you know, the competition is going to continue to get better, but what they're doing defensively, to me, really gives them, I think, an edge. It makes them one of the best teams, if not the best team in the country.
Howard, you mentioned their schedule, and it will get better. There are a couple in there, and I want to ask you about where you feel the weight of this schedule, because they will have to go to Washington. That'll be their first road game in a couple of weeks. They will go to your Fighting Illini in mid-October. That one's on the road. Penn State will come here. They'll go to Michigan. I don't think anybody has true faith that Wisconsin would put up a fight, although we all know Madison can be difficult at times. But how is there a trap game in there for Ohio State this year, or is it all pretty much right what you see is what you get?
You know, I guess people will point to maybe Illinois, but I think this is still a team that's so talented. I don't think that and the way they're being coached, I don't think that they'll let down. But I'm going to tell you, if you guys haven't watched Washington or haven't watched them in depth, woo, that right there is an exciting offense. And Williams, the quarterback, you know, I said over the weekend, and you know, it was some of the plays that he made in last week's game and even the week before, just his ability to escape, remind me so much of what Braxton Miller brought to the table at Ohio State when he was healthy. And then you couple that with Williams' ability to pass from the pocket, even at his height. He is such a dynamic player that I think this Washington team is going to give everybody everything that they're going to be looking for, because this team, I think, as long as they stay healthy, is going to be a tough out. Jonah Coleman, probably, in my opinion, the best back in the Big Ten Conference, if not one of the best in the country, really gets it done. Boston outside is an exciting wide receiver as well. Man, they are loaded out there, and they're making plays. So I'm anxious to see how this Washington team continues to move forward. But to your question, that would be a team that I think would cause some stress because of the way the quarterback can move around and the running game and their wide receivers.
And Matt Patricia may be hearing you right now and saying, thank God we got a bye week before that one. Get some extra work in. You know, coming out of last week's slate of games, Howard, I've been seeing some people on social media liking what they're seeing from the Oregon Ducks. Now, I know Ohio State, they won't play them in the regular season, and I know there's a lot of eyeballs on what Dante Moore was going to do following up Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel. Yeah. Talk about Oregon right now for the folks that haven't caught them yet and whether or not you like what they got cooking up right now.
Yeah, I love what they got cooking. I think when you look at our top, let's talk about it, and I'll get back to the Oregon. I mean, you look at Ohio State, you look at Penn State, you look at Oregon. You know, offense, they can get going. They can get going in a hurry. And when you look at what Dante Moore has been able to do, to me, having that opportunity to really sit and watch football, that is probably one of the best positions to be in as a highly touted quarterback. And I know everybody wants to play. Everyone wants to get out there and do their thing, and people don't want to wait. I get all of that. But when you have an opportunity to sit, and he's talked about this, his ability to sit and watch Dylan Gabriel work and see some of the things that he was doing. You know, the players, even going back to last year a little bit, were ranting about what he was doing in practice to their defense and to, you know, to be able to play that way. And he is really doing a great job. And obviously they've got, you know, some of the best players in the country, unbelievable roster, and they're playing well. So I like what Oregon is doing. Really talented team. Sadiq at tight end is an absolute, you know, freak of nature, being able to block at the point of attack and just his ability to run routes. And he's just so physically gifted that he's going to cause problems. That's going to be a matchup that should be fun to watch continuing to move forward.
He's the two-time Super Bowl champ, Howard Griffith, with us from the Big Ten Network. What did your Illini prove to you against Duke, or do you have to wait till that night game in Bloomington to find out for sure?
Well, I think that's going to be another one. That's going to be another tall hurdle. But I think I had that Duke game, you know, circled because they're well coached. Manny Diaz does an outstanding job. And really, when you looked at that game, this was a game that was really controlled by Duke the first half. I mean, they were getting after the quarterback. I think they had 8 TFLs in that game, and 4 of those, I think, may have been sacks. But what Illinois showed was the ability to, okay, we can make the adjustments we need to, and we can come out and play at a high level and go out and get it done on the road. So I think with every team, you're always looking for something. There's a different storyline with every team. Every team doesn't have the same storyline. And you know, we've talked about a couple, but with this Illinois team is, can they handle all the praise that continues to be heaped upon them and what the expectations are? And they were able to do that going on the road against, in, you know, a tough situation. They had to bounce back in the second half. But this Indiana game is going to be another, you know, stern test. And it's one of those things where we will continue to move the goalpost on teams like Illinois, teams like Washington that haven't quite done it yet and been consistent. And quite frankly, Penn State is in that same kind of mold. We're going to continue to move the goalpost on them because of the bigger games, the big games. How are they going to look in those games? And particularly Drew Aller, how's he going to play? And defensively, they're doing a lot better, I think, and making some huge plays in the defensive line room at Penn State. But, you know, to get back to your question, you know, Illinois still, they've got to, again, move in the goalpost, but this Indiana game is going to be a tough matchup for them as well.
Let's go up to Ann Arbor and get your thoughts on the Wolverines after a couple of weeks. They had the primetime game down in Norman last Saturday. Yeah. What have you learned about that offense specifically with Bryce Underwood under center?
Well, I think they're going to be growing pains, right? To first-time starter, you're going to see that. And you saw a little bit of what going on the road, how difficult it can be at times. There was one play early in the game. We had 3 receivers off to the route, and he threw a deep go route. It was really nowhere close. But he threw it because the middle of the field appeared to be open because the safety came down. But the corner was falling off, was reading his eyes, and really from the very time he got the snap, you knew where he wanted to go with the ball, and so did the corner. And the corner in that particular play just let the hitch route go, 5-yard hitch, which he should have hit Underwood, but he went for the deep ball, and it wasn't there. So I think he's going to continue to learn from those type of situations. And even there were some situations in pass pickup protection that I thought, if they were at home, it might have been a little different. But there were some things that happened in that game that I think will get them better prepared for what they're going to need to see moving forward. But it's going to continue to be a work in progress as that team continues to grow, and they've got to be able to run the football to take some of that pressure off of.
You're the man. I know they only have one current ranked team on their schedule left. That'd be Ohio State. Now, we'll see what happens. Maybe somebody will pop up here, but that was kind of Michigan's big chance, and there's no massive shame in them losing that game, but it's not like they got a ton on their schedule left until the end against Ohio State, but we shall see. All right, bud. Great stuff. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you.
Hey, one more thing. I'm going to tell you, got to keep an eye on these two guys, People and Donaldson, not just in the run game. I thought they did an unbelievable job playing without the football last week in pass protection. Keep an eye on those two guys this week. Should be interesting to see them in pass pro.
And also keep your eye on young Bo Jackson here as well. He's
no doubt. He's running.
Yeah, he's another one that should get his time maybe tomorrow night. All right, Howard. Great stuff, bud. Thank you. Be well.
All right, fellas. Take care. Enjoy the weekend.
You too. Howard Griffith, Big Time Network on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline.
Folks, are you in the business of looking for a new vehicle? Well, I'm glad you're tuning in right now because I want to direct you to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, where I got my new car just a couple months ago, and it was by far the best car buying experience I have ever had. They have right now over 180 new vehicles on their website. Up at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, they believe in nothing but transparency with every car deal that they do. They have a tremendous team that will take care of you, and they are just great men and women up there in Marion. They have a 2025 Silverado 1500, and you can get up to $12,000 off MSRP. Again, take it from me. I've been riding around the last few weeks and loving my new car from the McDaniel GM Superstore up in Marion. It's not that long of a drive. It is definitely worth the trip. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Overs and unders into the weekend next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
A lot has changed in 30 years, but we're still that old shoe that feels worn in and well-loved. And, well, we smell a little, but you've accepted that. The Fan.
Take action with Logan Services now and do not miss out on tax credits up to $3,200 ending soon. Receive additional savings up to $3,000 and get next day installation. Logan Services.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. fresh for everyone.
Right now, USDA Choice Boneless Chuck Roasts or Value Pack Chuck Steaks are only $6.99 a pound with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
Matty Ice here from McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. I recently bought a brand new Chevy Trax for McDaniel GM Superstore. It was by far the best car purchase I have ever made. And right now you can get a 2025 Trax at McDaniel GM Superstore for as low as $21,995. And with over 40 in stock, you know you'll find the perfect one for you. They're just a short drive north off Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. McDaniel GM Superstore, where great deals meet a century of trust. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Fall is here. The leaves are changing, football's on TV, and family time by the bonfire feels just right. Before it gets even colder, now's the time to make sure your home is ready for what lies ahead. For over 3 decades, homeowners across Central Ohio have turned to Newman Roofing for reliable roofing, siding, and gutter work that stands the test of time. From your very first call, you'll talk with a real person who's happy to walk you through the process. Your estimator won't push you, just explain what's going on with your home and share solutions that make sense for you. And when the work begins, a dedicated job supervisor makes sure every detail meets Newman Roofing standards. Don't just take our word for it. Check out the hundreds of 5-star Google reviews from families right here in Columbus who chose Newman Roofing and couldn't be happier. Appointments are filling fast for fall installations, so don't wait. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today. Let Newman Roofing handle your to-do list so you can get back to the things and the people that matter most. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online today at newmanroofing.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice presents Overs and Unders.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
All right, Ice, how are we doing in this darn little truck rodeo?
I honestly don't know. I think they're in the wind. I think
How have we been
picks
doing
are
on
in the
this?
wind.
Decent?
Sure.
Nice.
Here we go. We'll take that.
All right, what do you got for us?
All right, how many players-only meetings will the Dolphins have by the end of the year? Over, under 4.5? I'm kidding.
4.5.
I'm kidding.
They just had one, correct?
Yeah. I just saw that up there on the TV.
Matty, it's a good question because how many players meetings could you even have? Once you have one, I think that's it. I think that you either gets right or gets better. Maybe not they don't win, but it gets right and you become closer for it, or it goes the other way. There's not a whole lot of middle ground. I think you're going to get some serious apathy by these dudes. They're going to be paycheck games for the Dolphins where these guys show up, do their job, get paid, and go home. And it feels like if they lose to New England and start 0-2 and then have to go to Buffalo on a Thursday night on a short week, I just feel like,
another divisional game after that.
Once they go to 0-3, you can kiss them goodbye. And then it's where does Tyreek go? The coach is probably going to go
Waddle.
At some point.
Trade them all.
You can't trade Tua. That's the problem. You're locked in. No one wants him, and you can't get rid of him.
No.
So it's you're stuck with him. So this season,
they're cooked, man.
They did have the players-only meeting.
That's
Matty.
when you're
not
know
giving
it's
any.
When this happens, that's when a team's done. Because you're desperate at this point.
Well, if you're going to have a players-only meeting, you want to have it earlier than later.
To me, that's even worse. After one game, we got to have the players-only meeting.
They got smacked.
I know,
That's
but my thing is you shouldn't be having a players-only meeting after having a summer to get ready, all the training camp to get ready, and then after the first game, hey, we're locking the coaches out, and we got to figure this out.
I kind of like a player.
It's horrible to me.
How many coaches-led meetings did they have before the season even started?
I kind of like a players-only meeting one time to see how it works, because then that tells me that they're not blaming the coaches, that it is on them to turn it around. And we don't need anybody. It wasn't the game plan. It wasn't that they outcoached us. It was they outplayed us. And so I do like it. I'm not telling you it's going to work. I'm just saying that it is better than just sitting there hoping the coaches bail you out.
I just think, man, having a players-only meeting after the first game is
33-8.
What's the? It doesn't matter to me, AR. Like, honestly, like, you have to. Here's what I'll say. I've been on this for months, and I've been telling you guys the vibes around this team is horrible. And now here we are with this. What's the DEFCON scale, TLC?
1 is the worst.
I'm at 1.
Yeah.
I'm at 1 with this team. They're done. They're absolutely
close up the mountain.
Yes, trade Waddle, trade Tyreek, and just tear this thing down. Because even if they keep these guys around, they're not going to be any type of contender this year. And they were already pointing fingers at each other prior to the season even started. And so when you have that from your 2-star players and Tua and Tyreek, this is the energy that you get. And now you're desperate after 4 quarters of play and getting cracked in front of the world. And now we got to have a players-only meeting. All of this is just stinky right now.
You'd blank on a spark plug if you thought it would do any good. That's what you're saying. All right. I'm kind of in the wait-and-see mode. I think that if they would have played Indy tight, I don't think you need a players-only meeting. Like, if it was a loss, it was a loss. It was competitive, okay. But when you get smacked like that in week 1 on the road, if you're going to do it, now's the time to do it. Because the players-only meeting can't help you at 0-3. It's the analytics say it wouldn't help. So it shows me, unless it's fake, which I don't think it is, it shows me that there are some leaders on that team that do care. And what is the spread on the game this week? With
1 point favorite.
Yeah, we both picked the Pats. Vegas obviously isn't telling you that the Dolphins are mailing it in on Sunday. So maybe there's money to be made on a players-only meeting.
God, AR's Dolphins. He's believing.
Well, I only believe it for one reason and one reason only. I'm trying to will Achan into having a season.
No,
I'm just telling you, I want some belief.
There it is. I was wondering why you were glass half full with this. And
No, I wasn't glass half full. I'm glad they did it. Meaning, if they didn't do it, that would tell me they don't care.
You want Achan in that meeting saying, just give me the ball. More and more touches and get out of my way.
That's about right.
Oh, man.
I was not expecting to do this.
Yeah.
But the Mets have lost 6 in a row, so we got to.
Oh, do it, man.
Over under Reds wins against the A's in this series, 1.5.
Here's the thing, TLC.
They're still in it, man. They're more than in it.
We've won 2 out of the last 3 series, or last 2, I think, right against the Mets and the Padres.
That's right.
Game and a half.
All
back.
Good games, by the way. Low scoring.
That concerns me, though, because the offense, a little dicey, especially going up against an A's lineup who is for real, man. They got some dudes in that lineup. Oh, man.
Over.
I'll let Rothman curse us. I will go under. Because I was talking to Ryan Baker before the show. We've been crushed too much by this team. Like, they do this year in and year out. They get close and they let you down. So
I'm not saying you're getting in the playoffs. I'm just saying over on this series.
This weekend, I'll go under. I'll go under. They'll find a way.
Singer and Green are going to find a way.
They'll find a way to fold.
All right, the lowest point total in the NFL this week is Steelers-Seahawks. But the second lowest point total in the week, Mac Jones and Spencer Rattler.
Oh, that's nasty.
49ers and Saints. The over-under's 40.5.
Nasty.
You said 40.5?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God.
I'm sick of
Find those
picking
41
unders.
points.
Oh, man.
Where are they coming from?
Pick sixes.
You may be right.
Scoops and scores.
You may be right.
Punt returns, kick returns.
Yeah.
Don't always go to the offense.
Boy. Mac Jones just coming off the bench, and he may have to play for a few weeks for the Niners with this Brock Purdy injury, or injuries, I should say. I'll go over. 40.5 is nasty work in the NFL. But then again, like TL say, this is Mac Jones and Spencer Rattler. It's one of those games to where, like, they put up one of, like, the preview graphics for the team. They're not putting the quarterbacks up there. It's like Alvin Kamara and Nick Bosa are like the selling points of this game.
Right.
That's
so
when you know it's
let's
bad.
look at it from this point of view. How good are the defenses?
I don't think we know yet.
Because we can look at the offenses with these two quarterbacks and say, okay, limited scoring. But it is the NFL. It is slanted a little bit towards offense.
Didn't the 49ers and Seahawks just play a 17-13 game?
That happened.
Yeah.
But that's a divisional game, like familiar foes. I'll buy into some of that baked into the game, just the way we saw with Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Seahawks have some weapons.
This feels like it. It feels like it is going to go under. It does. It feels like I don't know, 21-10 14 games. Does that sound? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that's like, I mean, even last night, I mean, the Packers defense is amazing, but the Commanders had 3 points through 3 quarters. And they have Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin and Debo and supposedly a running game. Now, that goes to my point about the Packers defense. But they had 3 points through 3 quarters.
Did you see the Jerry Jones chants to Micah at the end of the game and how he was soaking that? Thank you, Jerry, from the Green Bay.
I saw the mural that yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
If you're a Cowboys fan, you have to be sick because Micah Parsons is already balling. Balling. He's got 10 pressures through 2 games.
Come back to haunt me.
He already is haunting them.
We haven't even played him yet.
Right. He's already haunting them.
Micah Parsons got the Shohei Ohtani treatment on the broadcast last night.
What do you mean by that?
Everything somehow tied back to Micah Parsons. I saw Lucas Van Ness had a pressure when Micah was on the sidelines, and Herbstreit said, I think Micah taught him that. Like, oh, my God. Like, every single play had some sort of tie back to, like, this is Micah's greatness.
They look dominant. I mean, he's got 10 pressures as a team. They have 8 sacks through 2 games. I mean, that...
He should have a lot more sacks. Remember my crazy bold prediction that he would have, like, 7 sacks in a game? Like, he would get close?
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing he doesn't have as many
Thomas
sacks.
Comparison.
Did
funny
they?
In the game, yeah.
Keep those bold predictions.
He's a Hall of Fame talent, man, and he's already hitting the ground running. I don't even think he's up to full speed yet, which is terrifying.
You know, it's all from Whiskey Paul. Go Pack Go. He sent us the care package.
McQuantico.
He's all in. The McQuantico Indians. And they won. He sent me the result. They won the game.
They looked the part, man.
We come back. And we hit a SportsCenter update here at top of the hour. Did the Brownies trash talk themselves into a nightmare? That's next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota, including the best-selling Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through September 30th, get 4.75 APR financing on any new 25 Camry or lease a Camry LE from just $279 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
It's always a good day at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. September 18th through 21st at the Scarlet Course. PGA Tour's rising stars compete, Hub 13 drink specials, and more. Get free tickets today at ncc-golf.com.
That nagging pain, you know the one. Sometimes it's from years of hard work. Sometimes it's an old injury that never healed right. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for too long. But that stops right now. I'm Tyvis Powell, and QC Kinetics is here in Columbus to flip the script. Dr. Wolkoff and his team use regenerative medicine, advanced cellular treatment that help your body heal and restore the damage in your joints. Not covering it up, not cutting it out. Actually helping heal and restore. And the results, long-term lasting relief. So instead of planning your day around pain, you're planning it around life. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no long recovery, just a smarter, natural way to get your freedom back. Check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your MRIs, your x-rays. They'll make sure you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown! This is what the Buckeyes train so hard for.
Just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change, their techs train like pros to deliver expert service every time.
Wait, are we talking about football or oil changes?
Both. Whether it's the Buckeyes on the field or your car in the bay, it's all about preparation and precision.
Can't argue with that.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit VIOC.com/Buckeyes today.
Common Man here for Hollywood Casino and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Timmy, it's football season. That means winning and fun.
Oh, yeah. We have tailgate buffets for all of our watch parties. The 3 apps for $12 special. $25 Miller Lite buckets.
And don't forget the crab legs. That's extended through September.
So reserve a table at HollywoodColumbus.com.
And how about this for new members? Sign up for the rewards program on the Penn Play app. Get a $20 dining credit.
And you get more crab legs.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, crab legs.
Crab leg problem? Call 1-800-CRAB-LEGS.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reeser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did, go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at hydratememedspa.com.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. College football tonight, Indiana State at number 22, Indiana, Colgate at Syracuse, Colorado at Houston, Kansas State at Arizona, New Mexico at UCLA. NFL Week 2, Bengals host the Jaguars, Browns visit the Ravens, both Sunday at 1. Former 49ers kicker Jake Moody signing with the Bears to their practice squad. Moody was waived Monday. NHL Blue Jackets lost their Prospects Challenge opener 8-2 to the Devils. Oiva Kaskinen and Jack Williams the goals for Columbus. Baseball tonight, Guardians greet the White Sox at 7:10. 3 games back in the AL wildcard race. Reds visit the A's at 9:40, 1.5 games back in the NL wildcard race. Rookie Chase Burns activated from the IL. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan. Anthony can follow direction very well, as long as he first prints out MapQuest. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Got to print out the quest. Oh, you know where you're going. Browns at the Ravens. 1 o'clock. Browns defense did a lot, everything they could, and still couldn't win because of their kicker. And now they have to find a way to slow down Baltimore. They did it against Cincinnati, which a lot of people didn't think they could or would do it to that point. Hold them to 7 yards in the second half.
Which is still wild to hear you say.
So forget about that they lost the game.
Yeah.
They did an unbelievable job against him. So maybe there is a little hope. They have had some success, Maddie, you can speak to this, since Jimmy Schwartz. Jimmy and defense don't clash. They're okay.
Yeah, man.
When he became the coordinator a few years ago, they have slowed your boy down.
The Browns have done a good job, even when he was in Tennessee. Like they've really done the part there. I mean, it's 7 matchups against the Brownies, and he's averaging 55, 56 yards a game. And so he's only gotten to 80 yards or more twice of those 7 games. And so there's something there in Jim Schwartz, and that's why people were high on the hire. Like, this guy got a pretty good track record of getting defenses in order, and when you have the talent that he has, especially with Miles on down in the trenches and Denzel on the outside, it's not surprising to see some of these performances that they could put together on some Sundays. And so, yeah, we got some trash talk going on, and I love it, man. You know, I'm here for these things, these division rival type of games, teams that don't like each other, and you got Grant Delpit and Jerry Jeudy talking a little bit this week, and specifically Grant Delpit about Derrick Henry, just about, hey, he was asked, how hard is it to tackle Derrick Henry? And the quote is, it's not hard. And, I mean, and this is a guy that I think has a little bit of a right to say that because last year he blew up Derrick Henry
really did
on a hit. And so, like, if anybody's going to talk on that Browns defense about trying to get Derrick Henry to the ground, the guy that cleaned his clock last year, I think, has a little bit of right to say that.
Decleated him, right?
Yeah, he did. Blew him up. Yeah. And you rarely see that from Derrick Henry. Usually he's the one that's throwing out the punishment and mushing dudes in the ground with a stiff arm or whatever. But Grant Delpit, he got the best of him for sure last year in one of those games.
Didn't tackle him on his own. He caught him. He kind of caught him being leveraged back into his lane, and he was able to T-bone him. Right?
I mean, it's still like the force that he hit him with. You don't see Derrick Henry flying to the ground like that.
No, but he was. Yeah, this wasn't an Oklahoma drill. This wasn't a head-on, head-to-head, meet him in the gap, and he won. That's not what this is. This was a guy running down the seam, and he caught him as you would kind of sideswipe a car. Like, you know, I'm not taking the hit away from him, but
sounds like you are.
No, it wasn't. Well, I explained. It wasn't a head-to-head, me versus him. He had another teammate that was already.
I know. I guess my point is there. When do you see Derrick Henry get hit like that?
That's why I said in the beginning he did decleat him.
Yeah,
that is the lead.
When
that's
Cooper
for sure.
DeJean gets him.
Did Cooper get him?
Oh, he planted him last year.
I don't know if I remember that hit.
Picked up his legs and dropped him into the ground.
Now that you're describing it, I could see. I could see it.
And it was awesome.
For sure.
So I started thinking about that comment about when he was asked about it, and I'm with you. If there was one guy that could say it, and yesterday it sounded stupid. Yesterday it's just, hey, we all have to gang tackle him. This is one of the best backs in the league. You know, I'm up for the challenge. I've met him before.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to try to tackle him. He is one of the more bigger, powerful, speedier backs in the league, future Hall of Famer. I'm up for the challenge. That's what a guy should say, especially when you're the underdog.
We don't get that from athletes, man.
I know. I need to be
wired. You know how these guys
need
are
to be
wired.
hired. Here, this is what you're going to say. But it's also pride and competitiveness.
Right. Yeah.
So I understand why guys want to say it. I wasn't there. I didn't hear it. Is this something that was printed or something in his locker? Is there sound on this? Do we have the context of this?
We do not.
Okay. Because I was willing to give him a half out.
Oh,
and
wait, maybe.
Oh.
Hello. Let's play it.
How hard is he to bring down?
Not hard.
Graham, I mean, we going back to that, we saw it last year. Obviously, we were afraid in that first matchup to take him on.
Yeah.
So wait, where does that come from? Is that a mindset? Is that...
I mean, we're playing football, man. It's tackle football. Somebody got the ball, you got to bring him down.
All right. He's all in. I was ready to kind of help him, but he's all in, and that's fine because he's a competitor. So he's not going to want to back down or give the Ravens any more credit than they already probably have. We're pros. They're pros. Yep. I will meet the moment. The not hard is, I don't know if that's reality. Maybe it's his reality. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if he's lying to us or lying to himself is maybe a better way to put it. Because I was ready, Maddie, I was ready to let him out of it by saying, because I was adding phrases to it. Like I was talking to you guys about it this morning. And when he said not hard, I added, if you do it the right way. Like, it's not hard if you do it the right way. Like I don't know who that was from Washington last night. But Tucker Kraft was amazing. He was beasting everybody.
Like Gronk out there.
When a guy already has the ball, your moment of trying to break up a pass is over. You're not even near it. He has the ball. He caught it. It's time to tackle him and get him to the ground. And these guys Why do they go high? I don't get it.
TLC, you'll learn. This is one of AR's biggest pet peeves is the lack of sound tackling. Like it drives him nuts.
We drive the fundamentals on this radio show.
And he's right. He's right. But that's one of AR's pet peeves, man, is watching guys
waist
do that.
or lower, sternum or lower.
Oh,
he was
man.
trying to tackle his shoulders.
I didn't. By the way, this is not the main topic. I did not know Tucker Kraft could move like that after the ball. That dude was a threat last night.
He was getting busy. Was he tatted up like that last year? I don't even think he was tatted up like that.
Maybe
He's
that's
out
where
there.
the powers
He's
are
acting
coming.
By the way, they
brand
needed
new.
him because Jaden Reed went out early. They already don't have Christian Watson.
That's a collarbone for Jaden Reed, right? He's out indefinitely, I think is how they're framing that. So, yeah, that's a tough blow for Green Bay. But, yeah, you guys are right. Tucker Kraft.
He's big. I'm not saying he's easy to. Here's the other thing, and this is probably my best point. He.
Hey, yo. That's a flex.
I didn't mean it that way. I meant that this is where I'm going.
I would
with
have
it.
loved it you meant it that way. Keep cooking, AR. I love
You
it.
guys are unreal. When a guy is 6'5", 260, you can't even think about tackling him up high. That shouldn't even be anything in your mind unless you feel you can get the ball, which he couldn't. I'm going to find out who this guy is. Put him on blast.
Teach him the fundamentals.
And here's the thing. I didn't have any personal
Fantasy
stake
stuff.
in this, except maybe, and I found this out this morning, not last night. I did not know this. I was going up against Tucker Kraft. However, the team that has him has two tight ends. The other one being Samuel Laporta. And Laporta is starting.
Okay.
So I dodged a bullet. I didn't know that until this morning. Number 3 is who he is. That's his number. Who is number 3 on the Washington Commanders? Will Harris, 7-year man out of Boston College. 7 years. He's not a rookie. He's almost 30.
Wrap him up.
He weighs 206 pounds. The guy has the ball. Go for his waist or his legs, the ankles, anything to slow that man down. But anyway, here we are with Grant Delpit. So we're all in on the. At least now, I'm glad you found the sound because now we know it's real and there's no taken out of context.
I might have a Derrick Henry response.
While you're looking for that,
nice.
do you have that ready?
It's 8 seconds.
Go ahead,
so if it's not what I think it is, we don't have to wait that long.
Have you listened to it yet?
Nope. Let's find out.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw his coach had a tweet, even a quote, and he had a quote. He was feeling it.
Couldn't really hear what he was saying.
We'll see on Sunday. I don't think he's really. What we got to hope for is that we get like a Derrick Henry coming around the edge, catching a sweep or something, and there's Grant Delpit, and we get a one-on-one. I think for me, I can't wait to see AR how the Browns rookie class looks again in week 2. Because Dylan Sampson and Harold Fannin Jr., those guys really did some good things through the air, combining for 15 catches last week. Carson Schlesinger led the team in tackles, and this is just coming down, and now the Browns are listing Quinshon Judkins that's questionable. So there's clearly a chance he plays after putting in a full practice. But, that to me is what I would like to see if I were a Browns fan, is this rookie class continue to grow on the fly, and those guys were popping off the screen a little bit last week.
If Dylan Sampson can carry the ball 20 to 25 times on Sunday, they probably have a chance to slow this thing down a hair because they can maybe control the ball a little bit, use the tight end, play great defense like they did against Cincinnati, and then maybe you're not looking at a blowout. The Ravens are 12-2 following a loss in the last 3 years. That's the second best record in the league outside of the Chiefs. They have the largest point per game differential in those games after a loss.
Okay.
But they know they're going up against a defense. I think what we may get with Derrick Henry and Delpit, if we do get a one-on-one or a tackler, if he makes a good tackle and there's a good competitive nature to it, I could see them both getting up and kind of just either just looking at each other.
I hope not. I hope it's the opposite.
You want the jawing, you want the pushing and shoving.
I want the Jalen Ramsey, Garrett Wilson stuff we saw last week. Save that for after the game, AR.
Here's the stat. Since Jim Schwartz became the coordinator in 2022, in 2 out of the 3 matchup, the Brownies held Henry to under 75 yards. And when asked how hard it is to tackle Henry, Grant Delpit said, Not hard.
It ain't hard.
We come back. Who's going in the pressure cooker? Find out. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
The only workplace in America to participate in the doorknob fart game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Earn 2% cash back on purchases and pay 0% APR on balance transfers for 15 months with a new Kemba Financial Credit Union Visa. That's more rewards and less interest. Apply at Kemba.org. For purchases and balance transfers made in the first 90 days, restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Variable and subject to change. Equal opportunity lender. Expires 10/31/25.
Listen up, players. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose.
So you could turn that $300 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props.
$300 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Listen to Financially Fit Radio with Corey Sickles this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN, covering topics like what you need to know about annuities and how to stay healthy and enjoy retirement. Financially Fit Radio this Saturday at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Save big on 18-count cartons of large grade A Kroger brand eggs. They're just $2.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
From sold-out stadiums under Friday night lights to more than 100,000 screaming fans on the banks of the Olentangy, America's football capital is right here in OHIO. But the greatest players and coaches of all time live in Canton at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter if you spend your Sundays yelling "Hoo Day" or barking like a dog from your seats in the pound. A trip to the Pro Football Hall of Fame should be on every fan's bucket list. Plan your trip at ProFootballHof.com. The Pro Football Hall of Fame. Ignite the passion, relive the glory.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The Ohio Lottery's new $5 scratch-off Win Big has a top prize of $100,000. And with the Ohio Lottery app, all non-winning tickets can be entered into a My Lotto Rewards second chance promotion to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets or even a trip to football's biggest game. And that's more exhilarating than a cooler of sports drink dumped on you. So exhilarating. Win big from the Ohio Lottery. A celebration waiting to happen. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. The Ohio Lottery's new $5 scratch-off Win Big has a top prize of $100,000. And with the Ohio Lottery app, all non-winning tickets can be entered into a My Lotto Rewards second chance promotion to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets or even a trip to football's biggest game. And that's more exhilarating than a cooler of sports drink dumped on you. So exhilarating. Win big from the Ohio Lottery. A celebration waiting to happen. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Temperatures soaring into the mid to upper 80s with plenty of sun. Clear skies tonight with lows in the mid to upper 50s and then lots of sunshine and heat building into the forecast Saturday with highs in the upper 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Under Pressure.
Sponsored by 3D Cabinetry. 3dcabinetry.net, where quality meets affordability.
All right, a little pressure cooker time, Matty.
Lead us off, big dog.
All right, I'm going to put some pressure on a certain quarterback and who's making his first career road start in front of more than 100,000 fans at Neyland Stadium. And even against cupcakes, Gunnar Stockton has not looked the part. 38% on third downs against Austin Peay. Georgia scored, 28? I'm going to go back and look. The offense didn't have a play of more than 23 yards, and Stockton threw more than 72% of his passes fewer than 10 yards. Nobody wants him to carry the team. I don't think he has to carry the team. And he doesn't need to be a 5-to-1 touchdown to pick ratio like Stetson Bennett or throw for $4,000 like Stafford did or Aaron Murray almost did. And he doesn't need to be a Heisman guy. What he needs to do is be confident enough to let that thing rip against Tennessee. He's been checked down, Charlie, against the tune-ups. Marshall and Austin Peay?
Yeah.
Is that their schedule so far?
I think
Georgia's?
Right.
He's got to be something, Matty, against Tennessee. Mm-hmm. That team is pretty explosive. And I'm not putting East Tennessee State as some benchmark, but they hung 72 on him. And 45 on a power foe in week 1. So I'm going to put it on Gunnar Stockton, adding that he has to be good, and it's the first career roadie at Neyland. Okay. That's hostile.
I like it. First candidate for me. You know, it's rare when you are a guy that gets constantly praised and crowned as the best to find yourself in a spot in your prime to where people are starting to doubt you and your team just a little bit. And that's why I'm putting Pat Mahomes on the pressure list this week. It's time to remind some folks because people are looking at the Chiefs and saying, man, maybe you can get after them. Maybe those dominant days are gone. You got a chance to get your lick back against a team that has been very good against you, that being the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, the last 2 times he's gone up against them in the Super Bowl, has been the better quarterback. And I don't even know if it's been necessarily close. So now here come the Eagles into your building, one of the best home environments in the sport. I think this is America's game of the week, so everybody is going to be locked in to see how the Chiefs respond to getting beat in week 1 by the Chargers. So you're 0-1 in the hole in your division already, but we know what Pat is made of. I just think he's got to step up, AR, and be an aircraft carrier in this game. You may not have Xavier Worthy, so maybe you got to get back into your bag.
He's already leading them in rushing.
Right. I was going to say, I'm glad you brought it up. Maybe you got to get in that bag a little bit more, AR, because if you go to 0-2 and the offense looks the way it's looked here recently, then the noise is going to be even louder. So I'm looking at Pat Mahomes, the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm putting him on the pressure list this week.
Yeah. Maddie, can you feel any pressure, true pressure, if you have a buyout?
You know, I love the buyout. You know, it's one of my favorite things. Hey, I'm firing you 2LC. Here's millions.
I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to put pressure on him because for a couple of reasons, I'll tell you. Like, if 85% of his current contract, that'd be like almost $20 million after this season. So with 50% of the buyout, almost $10 million being due within 30 days if Billy Napier gets fired. So that means he gets $10 million within 30 days of being fired.
That's amazing.
Some guys might wish for it. And the rest would be like installments. So there's no offset for the buyout either if he gets another job. So Napier signed a 7-year, $52 million deal back 4 years ago. And his salary, I can go through his salaries. I won't bore you. It doesn't mean he wants to be fired. He finally had a winning season last year. And that was quickly erased by losing to South Florida last week. The only way out of this is to pull some sort of an upset somewhere. And he's going to have many chances if they allow him to keep the job. The key is keeping the job. Because if he gets drilled at LSU, he might be gone mid-season. I don't know. Maddie, here's the schedule. At LSU.
It's crazy.
At Miami. Home against Texas. At A&M. They play Georgia. at Ole Miss, Tennessee, Florida State. Guy,
it's an uphill
guy might
climb.
win 3 games,
Right.
2 games. My point is that I'm going to put pressure on him, even though I know that if he gets fired, he knows within 30 days they're handing him $10 million, and then he'll get the rest in installments. But there has to be pressure. Like I said, he just got a winning season last year.
Yeah.
This is not anything he'd want to happen. But if he gets a chance against Miami or Texas or A&M, if he makes it another 4 or 5 games, and he pulls off one of those, he probably at least hangs on to it for a year.
Yeah, you may be right. No, that's a good one, man. I like that because they're up against it. The money in sports is just absolutely crazy. I think I saw Christian Watson on the sideline yesterday.
Randy Watson,
like Christian Watson's coming back from
ACL.
An ACL,
he gets a contract.
And there was a report the other day that hey, you know what?
Give him more
We're
money.
Going to give him $13 million. The dude may not even play for us this year. I mean, my goodness, man! If you can get in the world of sports, get the money because it is there for the taking. Second candidate for me. My Cincinnati Reds are trying to hold on. They're trying to hold on. Game and a half back from that last wild card spot.
You wrote them off.
I did write them off.
They didn't write back.
Shout out to Geno Smith. But AR, I need Ellie De La Cruz to wake up. I need him to wake up because this guy is the face of the franchise. Crazy talented, as we all know. He's got an MVP type of skill set if it all comes together. But now they need him on offense because in the month of September so far, the guy's batting $184 with 10 strikeouts and 7 hits. In August, he only hit .224, and on top of that, Ellie De La Cruz leads all of Major League Baseball in errors this season with 23. So he's not a good defender right now, and on offense, he's struggling. He's a guy that hits high up in the order, and when you're there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it. He has to turn this around at the most critical time of the year for the Cincinnati Reds. So Ellie De La Cruz, 44, playing shortstop for the Redlegs. It's time to go, bro. You're on the pressure list.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
That's it.
He was good last night. Swiped a bag, got a ribby, scored a run.
I need more.
I know. I'm just saying last night we got to start. All right, so I'm going to put both clubs in the cooker. Tanner Bybee, you've been borderline trash for a while. You got a good start last time out. You play the White Sox tonight. You're 3 back. Texas and Seattle are rolling. You have to win. Bybee's in the cooker tonight against the Sox. I'll double down on your Reds and put Brady Singer in it tonight.
Love it.
He's been outstanding. You guys are 1.5 back. The Mets are choking hard. And so Singer and Bybee, you're both in the cooker.
Okay, I like that for sure. Last candidate for me. It's going to be C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. What are you? What really are you? Are you the team that had so much promise from 2 years ago that looked like they are going to be a contender year in and year out on the AFC side of things? Or are you just going to be, hey, they're pretty good, but they can't get to dominance? You took an L week 1 against the Los Angeles Rams. You only scored 9 points in the game. C.J. Stroud, only $188 through the air. And here comes Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game's at home. It'll be Monday night in prime time. So I'm putting some pressure on the Texans because they were supposed to be next up in the NFL to maybe get after Buffalo, Baltimore, and Kansas City. They haven't really looked the part to me over the last year in a game in week 1. So, yeah, Houston, H-Town, you're on the pressure list this week. It's time to get back to what you were a couple years ago.
I like it. We come back in 2 minutes. We'll set the stage for college football Saturday and the picks against the spread. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit CapitalFordOfColumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's CapitalFordOfColumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
For years, you've been hearing us talk about the Newman Roofing difference, delivering nothing short of an excellent customer experience each and every single time, from the first phone call to the end of your project. But don't take our word for it. Take a listen to our friend John and his Newman Roofing experience.
Well, the first thing that drew me to Newman Roofing is the extraordinary Google score of 5.0. That was the first indication to me that this was going to be a good experience. Overall, the experience with Newman Roofing was wonderful. When I came home, the job was completely finished. The crew had cleaned up and left. I wouldn't have known that they were there.
What star rating would you give Newman Roofing on Google?
I would, without hesitation, award Newman Roofing a 5-star rating on Google.
Any advice for those looking for a new roof, John?
Once you have contact with Newman Roofing, you'll understand why everybody's giving them a 5-point rating.
Do what John did and schedule your free roof or siding consultation with Newman Roofing. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online today at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
College football picks with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Krieger Ford. Find your next Ford at Krieger Ford. Visit KriegerFord.com today.
All right, TLC, what you got?
We got
decent last week, I think.
Yeah, we got some good ones this week, too. We got a few, I think we got 3 ranked versus ranked.
Yes, sir.
And then we got a couple sneaky ones in there that are closer spreads than you think.
Okay.
So let's start out with Wisconsin at Alabama. This game was played in Madison last year. Now it's in Tuscaloosa. Alabama, 21.5-point favorite for some slow starting Badgers this year.
Badgers coming into this thing without their starting quarterback, right? Like that's tough, right? When you got Edwards likely to miss the game. And so, you don't want to go into that environment with an inexperienced quarterback. Last year in the game you mentioned, Badgers only scored 10 in that one. Bama put 42 on their head. It does sound like Ryan Williams, star receiver for Bama, will play in this one. That Wisconsin D-line's good, man. They've got 8 sacks already, but I just don't know if offensively they're going to be able to hang. Ty Simpson, man, he's pretty good running around a little bit and creating some chaos. I'll lay him and roll with the Tide in this one.
It's a lot of points, but what you said is true. If you don't have Billy Edwards and I don't know what they're doing now. Danny O'Neal.
Sure.
Yeah. But you're right. Their defense has been okay. Their offense, you never know what you're going to get in their 2 games. Alabama, if you want to buy into the analytics, Alabama has won 83 straight home games against unranked opponents.
Okay.
Now, that's not covering a spread, but
it's outright winning it, yeah.
I mean, think about that. 83 straight? That's 83.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Means nobody goes in there and upsets them.
Shout out to Nick.
It hasn't happened.
Shout out to Nick Saban.
So, 20. You said 20.5 or 21.5?
21.
3 tutties?
Oh, right on the number.
And a half.
Oh, okay. You laid them?
I did. I did.
Boy, Bama is this their get right game? Is this their we're
points.
Still Bama game? I just can't buy Wisconsin's offense. They just can't hang with them. Not with that quarterback.
Yeah, that's where I was at.
So, all right, so Bama's gonna. I'll lay the points too. That's the difference. They just don't have enough. Wisconsin.
Number 12, Clemson is on the road in Atlanta playing Georgia Tech. Clemson only a 3.5-point favorite.
They did not look good against Troy in the first half. That was a sleepwalk. Now, they ended the game okay, so they have momentum. I think Dabo, they really need this, right, with their schedule.
Yeah.
And they don't really lose. This is a true road game, and it's a team that's ranked outside the top 5. They don't usually lose those games. I'm going to take Clemson and lay the 3.5.
So Georgia Tech, I think they're wired, I think, in their DNA to get up for some of these games, going back to the game last year in Ireland and when they beat Florida State. It does look like their quarterback, Haynes King, is going to be ready to go in this one, and he can wear you out with the run game. That dude's really physical as a quarterback.
Wait until he gets his Haynes on you.
Right. Tech's looking to go 3-0 for the first time since 2016, and so they've got something cooking over there. I just can't trust Clemson's offense right now. They've already got 3 turnovers through 2 games. I'm going to take the points and roll with Tech at home.
Speaking of 2016, that was the last time that Tennessee beat Georgia. Georgia's going to Knoxville -4.5 as road favorites.
Tennessee at home has been really good recently. They've won 8 straight home games, but Georgia has won the last 8 meetings.
They have.
Versus Tennessee. Tennessee's coming into this one without their top 2 corners, which is tough. McCoy's an All-American type player. He won't be available. Joey Aguilar looked okay, AR. Stepping in for Nico.
This has been addition by subtraction.
Yeah,
They're
man.
happy that Nico left.
Their offense is cooking. They're up there top 5 in yards per game and all that. And I know they haven't really played, a whole bunch of great teams just yet, as nobody has yet. But he looks pretty good, man. Like, if you were worried about Nico, if you're a Tennessee fan, Joey Aguilar is kind of holding it down. Georgia hasn't really been running the ball well recently. Give me the number again, TLC.
3.5.
4.5.
4.5?
Georgia's
Better.
laying that.
Yep.
In Knoxville? Wow. This is a good line. I'll lay them and roll with the dogs, but I really don't have confidence in that pick, AR.
This feels like Tennessee's been waiting for this one to try to get over that hump. I'm going to take them as a home dog. I put Stockton in the pressure cooker. Aguilar's been pretty good. And I just think the first roadie for Stockton, I think Tennessee hangs in there. And I'll take the 4.5.
Do you believe in miracles? Number 18, South Florida. Can they pull it off back-to-back weeks? Probably a locker room full of kids who wish they were recruited by Florida and Miami. They made it through 1. Can they make it through 2? They're on the road as 17.5-point dogs in Hard Rock.
And this game, real quick, AR, before you go, is on the CW network. So, make sure.
I think Thom is on the call. I think.
That he is. That being Tom Brenneman.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say?
I just said Thom.
It's spelled
Because he's
that
the
way.
Thom. Okay, I didn't know. I thought you said
It's spelled
Thom.
that way?
Okay.
Yeah, he's the only Tom who keeps the H from Thomas in there.
Yeah, the game's on the CW network, AR.
The worst thing that can happen to an underdog is when you're no longer a trap game. You've lost all of your anonymity, and now they see you coming. And that should get everybody's attention. I'm not taking the win away from them. I love Alex Golish. I put him in party. And the fact that they're ranked for the first time in 7 years, and now they have to protect that. I do like the fact that they played really well. And if you think DJ Lagway is a future number 1 overall pick or something close, they did a great job against him. So it's a lot of points. You said 17.5?
17.5.
17.5's a decent amount of points, but I think once Miami gets physical with them like they did with his boys, I think it's going to be lights out. I think the party ends for them this week. It doesn't mean they can't hang in for a little bit, but I'm going to take the U and lay the points because they see him coming.
Byron Brown, USF's quarterback's been a fun watch, man. Dude's lethal with his legs. He got injured last year, and that Bulls offense fell flat. Love his rushing upside. But Mario Cristobal's team, as you mentioned, man, he's going to build a physical team. And now he's got the veteran quarterback under center in Carson Beck, who looks like he may be back to his 2023 form. USF 1-6 all time versus the Miami Hurricanes. And last year when they played, the Hurricanes beat them 50-15. I'm going to roll with Miami in this one. I think they're going to shake the room of USF on Saturday afternoon, into the evening.
Now, here's the weirdest one. Vanderbilt unranked on the road at number 11, South Carolina. South Carolina is a 3.5-point favorite at home, and they say you get 3 just for being at home.
So to me, they have the better quarterback in Lenore Sellers. Special teams has been good for South Carolina. They've already returned a couple punts to the crib, man, in both games. So Beamer ball's popping down there in the bloodline for the Gamecocks. South Carolina, they've beaten Vandy 16 times in a row.
Why is this line so low?
Well, I don't know, AR. It's a good question. Vandy's 1-15 versus ranked opponents under their head coach Clark Lee.
This is
Something
the number
smells
11,
off.
This is the number 11 team at home.
Something smells off. That is for sure. I'm going to trust Lenore Sellers that he's going to make enough impact plays to pull away from Vandy and get to that number and beyond that. So I will lay the points and roll South Kakalaki.
Give me the number. 4.5?
3.5.
Yeah. Something is weird. This spread is falling. South Carolina has won 16 straight against Vandy. They've done nothing this year to really sway me off of that. So If it's too good to be true, I'll be the one that takes the bait. South Carolina.
And we'll wrap it up with one more ranked versus ranked. Texas A&M is going to South Bend. Notre Dame has had 2 weeks to sit on their loss against Miami, and now they're back in action as 6.5-point favorites.
You think your boy Marcus Freeman's going to make C.J. Carr throw 30 passes when he's got Jeremiah Love in the backfield and give him 10 rushing attempts?
Well,
I didn't like that game plan at all.
There were a lot of screen passes that I didn't like. And, well, I will say this. Miami's defensive line was destroying us.
That they were. That's why I'm worried about.
Which is what scares me.
That's what I'm worried about USF.
I'm worried about them, too, because I want it to be true.
Yeah.
But Miami's O-line and D-line were kind of awesome against Notre Dame. And so if Texas A&M's defensive line isn't nearly as good as Miami's is, Jeremiah Love should have a better game.
You're at home?
Yes.
After a bye?
Yes.
You're going to run the ball. You're going to get back to the ground game. You're going to run it against a team that you probably can run it against. They gave up like 200 yards to San Antonio. So, right?
Yes, that happened.
So, yeah. So, I'm going to take Notre Dame and lay the number. You said it's 6.5. Yep, less than a TD.
Notre Dame won this one last year on the road at one of the best venues in college football on their way to a national championship appearance, that being the Golden Domers. That A&M offense had some balance to it last week. I mean, they had 5 guys that had 25-plus rushing yards and 4 players with 45-plus receiving yards. I just think Notre Dame up front is going to clean up a little bit here. And so this game being at home with Jeremiah Love, who's an absolute dude. I love that you brought up the amount of touches he got, or lack thereof, AR. Like, he needs so much more because I think he's a Heisman candidate. I picked him to win the Heisman. So let's go. I'm going with the Golden Domers, TLC, at home.
I believe Marcus Freeman claimed, too, in his press conference after Miami that they're taking off the reins from C.J. Carr. They're having a full playbook from here on out. Okay. No more screens every single play.
I thought he was good, though. I wouldn't put that on him. I thought he was good that night.
He definitely was facing some adversity and handled it well.
He really did.
Strong second half.
Now just lean into your strength.
Yeah.
All right. We come back with a Buckeye Bulletin. And will a true freshman make his mark tomorrow night? And Tim May's headline as well. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Dormar, your climate hero. When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $300 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spread, totals, player props.
$300 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. TNC Supply in-app only.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Join the Reds when they battle the Cubs in a 4-game set September 18th through the 21st. Bring your furry friend to the game on Thursday for the last Bark in the Park of the season, thanks to Good and Fun, Dreambone, and Kroger. Don't miss a spectacular fireworks show after the game on Friday the 19th, presented by Paycor. Plus, Sunday the 21st is Fan Appreciation Day, with prizes to lucky fans throughout the game. Get your tickets now at reds.com/tickets.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
Dormar, your kind of hero. Morning Juice, real football talk. Just two guys who aren't afraid to say what needs to be said. And that's how she wrote.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Now streaming mornings on YouTube and 10 TV Plus. Attack and dominate.
Realtors usually charge you 6% to sell your house, but not my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They take 1%. It's in the name. And this is full service. No shortcuts. No for sale by owner crapola. They do it all. Call 614-451-6616.
With rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers, a BMI Federal Credit Union Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card would be the perfect card for your wallet. Visit bmifcu.org/visa for more details and to apply today.
Get the MVP, more value price from Coghlan Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% financing on a new 25 Kia Sorento or 3.49% on a new 25 Telluride. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
Based on January to December 2024 retail sales, 0% for 48 months and 3.49% for 60 months equals $20.83 and $18.19 for 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Not all will qualify. All qualified manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. Ends 9/30/25.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. They met the moment against Texas and Arch Manning. They handled that and didn't look past Grambling at all. Barely broke a sweat, 70-0. And now they welcome in an in-state opponent, and an in-state opponent hasn't beaten Ohio State since 1921. Will they push Ohio State at all? We talked to the man, Tim May, who's on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. All right, my friend, what do you think? We get a little bit of a competition ramp up tomorrow night?
Oh, yeah, from Grambling, absolutely. I mean, this is a good Ohio University team, number one. Number two, obviously, first-year head coach, but he's picked up where they left off last year when they won the MAC championship, and they've got a playmaker at quarterback, Parker Navarre. So, they can do some things. And then defensively, you probably watched the whole Ohio U West Virginia game because that's what I do, right? I'm kind of a sicko, but, their defense handled West Virginia. I mean, the more that game went on, the more Ohio U knew what West Virginia was bringing and got after them. So, without a doubt, this is a step up in competition. Just like last week, though, Anthony, I'm going to look at how Ohio State handles it, just like they handled Grambling. You can judge a team by how it plays against a heavy underdog as much as you can anything else. And they handled their business last week, very businesslike. And I'm anticipating the same thing tomorrow night.
Let's talk about Julian Sand, Tim, and what your thoughts are on him through 2 weeks. I know Coach Day's talked about, hey, maybe we're at a point to where we can put some more on Julian's plate and go from there. But just 2 laps around the track for Julian Sand, your thoughts on his productivity, or maybe even deeper than that, just how he's flowing within the offense right now?
More on his plate. You mean like 2 meats and 3 sides?
Sure, like absolutely. That? A slab of bacon too while you're at it.
Yeah, bottom line. Yeah, they added another element to his plate last week. They didn't throw the ball a little bit more. Fellas, we're watching something very special here right now. I don't think it's going to go away in terms of as accurate a throwing quarterback as I think I've seen at Ohio State, and that's saying a lot. I mean, obviously Dwayne Haskins Jr. had such touch and feel and everything else, and C.J. Stroud was pretty damn good. But this guy is so accurate, it's kind of crazy. Completed his first 16 passes last week, an Ohio State record for the start of a game. And, you know, the one pass he didn't complete was right on the money. It's just he telegraphed it, and it went the other direction. But we're seeing something really special bloom right in front of our eyes here. And, I think he'll put more on his plate because they obviously we've got next week off before they play at Washington. That's going to be a huge game. I know right now people are saying, it's a trip to Washington, but we all know how tough a venue that can be for a visiting team. And for a first-year starting quarterback, there's going to be noise, et cetera. But, yeah, you want to really see what this car can do now that you've given him the controls. And I know I keep using that analogy. I could use fighter planes. I could go that analogy. But you want to see him really ring it out. And against Ohio University's defense, they're going to have to do some things. I mean, Ohio University is going to come in clearly focusing on stopping the run and then kind of almost begging you to throw the ball, you do believe. We'll see how that goes. They may come in and just play it safe, go umbrella, and hey, Ohio State, take your best shot. But I truly believe that they will offer some things defensively for Ohio State to solve that Grambling just didn't have the personnel to do last week.
Tim, how much do you think that this young talent in Bo Jackson can work himself into perhaps a little bit of a three-headed monster in that backfield?
In my mind, he already has. We'll see what Carlos Loughlin and Ryan Day think, and Brian Hartline. In my mind, he already has because he didn't do anything that much Saturday. We haven't seen him do during the spring game, and then right on down the line. And wow, that's the bonus that comes with a team like Ohio State. You've got talent that can bubble to the top, or at least let's say bubble up to the top level and be worthy of playing. And you know, keep in mind this too. Y'all know this, and you've heard Ryan Day say it a million times. But you know, they got to plan for the long haul on the season, like they would like to have again. And a possible 16-game, heck, you know, could be 17 based on the way the cards fall. But 16-game season, you got to have a Bo Jackson step up. You got to have that pair and a spare, the old Archie Griffin saying. But I think based on what you saw last week, just like with Riley Pettijohn, both of those guys left their imprint. And, it was against Grambling, but they went out there and made plays. So I think I'd be surprised if we don't see Bo Jackson maybe a little earlier and maybe a little more often as the next couple of games go around, because they got to have that. Plus, he's a home run threat, man. And when you got a home run threat at running back, you got to give him a few at-bats, right?
No question. Anything jumping out to you from that defensive line room? I mean, that unit last year, especially down the stretch with what Jack was able to do and JT and Tylik, like they really cranked their game up to another level. Now, turning the page, what are your thoughts on the D-line right now, Tim May?
But limit, Edric Houston just jumped again. No, I'm just joking. That was too bad for him. He was eager to put his imprint on that game last week. But Edric Houston and Caden McDonald, I think they could be in the starting lineup almost anywhere in the country, in my opinion. They are that good. That doesn't mean they would be, but they are that good. So you got that going for you in the middle of it. And then Kenyatta Jackson, Caden Curry's playing, I think, on another level. He stepped his game up compared to what we've seen of him in the last couple of years. And then C.J. Hicks, you know, the way he put pressure on that last Texas play, that just shows you where he can go. I think they've got the makings of being a real marauding unit, and I like the way we talked about this in the preseason, if you remember, and even before the Texas game, we were talking about maybe the lack of proven depth in the middle of the field on the defensive tackle spots. The way Matt Patricia and Larry Johnson are robbing Peter to pay Paul in that regard of moving some of those maybe the wealth of talent they've got at defensive end, mixing those guys down in there too and letting them just get after it. And, you know, there's a lot to be said for having an aggressive defense. In the first 2 weeks, I think Ohio State has really reaped the benefit of that. But, Will Smith Jr., some of those other guys are stepping up clearly in the middle. And but the main thing is they're forcing the action more often than not, and that's all you want from your defensive front four.
No doubt. All right, Tim, man. You know what time it is, my man, when Buckeye Nation wakes up on Sunday morning and they just got done eating a nice Western omelet, and they say, hold up, I have not read what the great Tim May had to say about OU versus OSU. What will your headline read?
Oh, man, this is always a pressure-packed situation. It's like I used to work at the newspaper, and you had to get a headline done. You know what I mean? Because the clock was ticking. So I'm going to go with something like this. You can change any way you want to. You can always rewrite, right? Y'all have that capability.
We have editorial power.
There you go. That's the best way of putting it, Mr. Rothman. Buckeyes emphatically renew claim to OHIO, semicolon, send, quotes, OU, end quote, packing.
Semicolon, Rufus goes back home.
Rufus
with
goes.
his tail tucked between his legs.
That's a great story Channel 4 did on him. I mean, I didn't give it up to him, man, but find out he wasn't even a student. He had been a student the year before, but they were so desperate for a Rufus, they called him out of what do you call it when you quit school? Dropout. They called him out of dropout city. Meanwhile, you got a waiting list a mile long for guys that wanted him to be Brutus, but he definitely left his stamp on that game. You got to say that. But
he certainly did.
I think that's boded poorly. I think it will bode poorly for them. Even going into any kind of memory that inspires Ohio State in a game like this will definitely bode poorly for the Bobcats.
All right, my man.
The Rufus is on fire.
Rufus revenge. All right, we will be reconvening tomorrow, 3:30 on campus, my man.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Feels like summer again.
No doubt. We'll take it.
See you guys. See you, Matty Ice.
See you, Tim May.
Tim May with us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. All right, we come back. Sports Center update here, top of the hour. We get into the massive storylines in the NFL, and there are some good ones. We'll rank them next. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Oh, 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
Many Cincinnati Reds fans still fondly recall old Riverfront Stadium, home of the Big Red Machine and the 1990 World Champs. The big ballpark had over 50,000 seats in a rainbow of colors. The blue, green, and yellow sections, and of course the upper deck red seats. And while those red seats weren't the best, that was nosebleed territory up there. Fans loved them when a home run sailed so high and far that it would land in the red. And the first time that happened for a Reds hitter was on this September 12, 1978, 8 years after the ballpark first opened. Reserve outfielder Champ Summers smashed one into the Reds seats. A Riverfront milestone this September 12th, this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today. Home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit CapitalFordOfColumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's CapitalFordOfColumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron, you know how we say eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians?
Yeah?
So, that makes for a lousy acronym. PHVAC. Doesn't work.
Okay, but...
So what if we change it to plumbing, heating, AC, and electrical? PHACE. FACE.
with a PH.
Get Eco.
ECO.
No one is going to remember face with a PH.
Call Eco today and ask for a face man with a PH.
No one is going to ask for a face man with a PH.
Sure they will.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Besides, we spent thousands of dollars saying plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. You can't just change it to face man with a PH.
It could be big, Aaron.
I don't think so.
Would you rather I go back to inventing random household items and stop messing with your catchphrase?
Yes, please.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians, not face men with a PH.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
I've been playing sports all my life. Little football, basketball, pickleball, cross training, mud events, Spartan races and things like that.
For Dr. Eric Williams, a successful chiropractor, staying active means everything. So when nagging knee pain slowed him down, he didn't want drugs or invasive surgery. He found a natural way to get lasting relief. QC Kinetics Cellular Therapies.
We're using my body's natural abilities to get better. And that's huge. In time, that's going to be the way of the future. Using your own body's ability to heal. Now I can play day to day and not have that severe pain.
Now he's back out there doing what he loves, thanks to QC Kinetics.
Life is good. You're not going to slow me down.
Leave the pain behind and get moving. Book your free consultation today with QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. The heat is on in the MLB wildcard race. Guardians greet the White Sox tonight at 7:10, 3 games back of the third AL wildcard spot. The Reds visit the A's at 9:40, 1.5 games back of the third NL wildcard spot. Cincinnati activated Chase Burns from the IL after a flexor strain. Big Ten football tonight, number 22 Indiana hosts Indiana State at 6:30. NFL Week 2, Bengals host the Jaguars in their home opener Sunday at 1. Browns visit the Ravens Sunday at 1, and Joe Flacco's return to Baltimore. Cleveland running back Quinshon Judkins and right tackle Jack Conklin both listed questionable. Commanders defensive end Dietrich Wise will miss the rest of the season with a torn left quadriceps injury. Washington still waiting word on running back Austin Eckler's Achilles injury. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union, voted best credit union for the past 7 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more.
Never have I been so excited to get a whiff of sweaty jock straps. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Yay, football, the fan. Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Hour number 3 on a Football Friday here, Rothman and Ice. Bobcat play-by-play man Marty Bannister, 2:30. Get to find out the ins and outs of the Cats and what they're bringing to the table tomorrow night. Buckeyes still a big favorite, 29.5. Last time I checked at Bet365. That is down a point or a point and a half over the week. So use that to what you wish.
Yeah, we'll get you going tomorrow right here, 1:30. Myself Dane Sanzenbacher, DeVere Posey, TLC will be on the board, and we'll hand this thing over to you at 3:30. So, yeah, coverage here, we'll get you going early here on the Fan, so don't miss out on that either. Be a good time.
Live on campus.
Yeah.
Last week, Matty, the parking, I think, was more expensive than the ticket.
Really?
I think so. I think you probably could have gotten into that game last week for under $30. Parking's $40.
Wow.
At least where I park.
$40, huh?
Ooh. I think it's up from 20. I think it was 10. That wasn't a gong. That didn't make it. I know where he was leaning. It was like, what? I figure
that's not gong worthy.
Okay. Now, if I would have said,
I don't think it is.
It
was the tone of the voice.
I think you're always looking for it, which is fine. Yeah, but you took it in the wrong way, though.
All right.
And the reason I said that is because some people I heard can pay $60 somewhere.
Oh.
Now, if I would have said, if Maddie would have said, well, how much is parking? And I said, I don't know. I valet at the Blackwell. Then fine.
Bang.
Then that's fine. Like, I don't care, Maddie. I valet at the Blackwell.
We got to get you a pass at the Blackwell in that garage. Like Schlegs, Bobby.
Yeah. I'm good.
Somebody.
I'm good.
We got to get Schlegs on.
I like my little walk. I like the little Gen Pop.
Okay. Yeah,
we're all good.
Stay hydrated tomorrow. I feel for you, man. It'll be warm out there. Make sure you bring, some high quality H2O. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Just can't have you out there
well done
dehydrated, my man.
Wait, are you in studio tomorrow or out there?
So I'm glad you asked, because some people have been asking, when are you going to be down there on campus? We are going to be in studio for every game this year, home and away, obviously. But yes, just to make that clear.
You said you didn't think these games were worthy.
No.
And you felt being down there was overkill.
He's waiting for Penn State.
No, but yes, if you're going to be looking for us, unfortunately, we won't be there. But stop by and give AR and Dave Biddle and Tim May some love, because AR will be there freezing his tail off here in a couple months.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not looking forward to that.
Oh, man. Yeah, we got to get you a pass, big dog. With your credibility, with your resume,
I don't want.
We don't need
I'm good. We're good.
$40.
I did not say that based on that I needed a handout.
Oh, man.
Just bring one of your Emmys. Just hold it up to the window as you drive past them.
You do need to bring one of those in one day. I want to see it, honestly.
Those have been melted down to pay off some debts.
Some betting.
Gold, Jerry, gold.
Betting debts.
Those got better over the years. They got nicer.
The Emmys, the actual trophy?
The actual trophy.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Some of those betting debts where he's yelling at Commanders cornerbacks, tackle him low.
That's right.
That was amazing earlier.
Where's the form tackle?
I'm not going to say there wasn't a little involved.
There we go.
But it still did not change the fact that there is an epidemic of poor tackling in football.
Man. I think these guys.
I got to blow him up. Like this. He blew him up.
Hey, I'm trying to get on SportsCenter Top 10, AR. Can't get on SportsCenter Top 10.
I'm all for the big hit. I'm all for the legal big hit. But once the man has the ball, it's time to focus on getting him to the ground.
It's probably coaches listening to you right now that are loving what you're saying.
Tackling in the open field looks like one of the hardest things in sports.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That, no doubt. Especially the guys that have wiggle to them.
Yeah.
Like the receivers and those guys. Like
some jiggle.
Woo-wee. Like, yeah, that. I'm glad you brought that up, TLC, because sometimes it's like we can hammer it home, but like you go out there and do it. Like, that's what one of my friends always says to me. You go out there and do it then. But yeah, it for sure is an uphill climb. But AR's, the fundamentals sometimes, it's like, it is a little sloppy.
You're looking at
you got a problem with what I'm saying? Untie your tongue and you come out here and talk, huh?
Exactly.
You go out there and tackle Derrick Henry.
It's like you got a quarterback who is eyeing down a receiver who catches a now screen, and it's like, dude, you're right in front of him, tackle him, but they always miss it. So it's like, kind of looks hard.
Right.
All right, the big headline this week.
Yeah.
I think we've already talked about it.
What you got?
That's KC by a long shot.
Okay.
They are.
Let's do it.
First of all, they're 8-12-1. Right there. Against the spread in the last 21 games, including the playoffs.
Run that by me.
They don't win. They just don't.
Run that by me again?
8-12-1 against the spread in the last 21, including the playoffs.
Wow.
Mahomes is leading them in rushing. He's not a running quarterback.
No,
he can move. And he got over his pass yards expectation on a 4th and 7 rollout that was irrelevant. Like, the Philly defense with Carter back, they should be able to win at the point of attack. And if the Chiefs fall 0-2, I don't know. I'm not going to bury them. Let's see how the game goes. But this is the game. This is it. I mean, this is what, 4:25 on Sunday?
Oh, yeah. I think if we played our game of AR, if you give us a plane ticket, where are we going?
Ooh, yeah.
I think we're all touching down in Kansas City for this one because it's Super Bowl rematch. And like you said, you got what is supposed to be the team and the sport looking a little ish. And so, no, I'm with you, man. And like Isaiah Pacheco, AR, like, what is he now? You know what I mean? Like, came onto the scene hot. I think he was, a 6th or 7th round pick out of Rutgers. And then that dude just looked like an absolute force. And he had that injury last year, which was real. And so maybe it'll take some time for him to get back to his old form if that's still in there. So, yeah, man, it's going to be millions and millions of people watching that game just to see what we get from both teams because this is what it's all about with those two brands and how good they are supposed to be. I want to see Aaron Rodgers in this second lap around the track against a team and a head coach coming in Seattle who is a defensive mind and Mike McDonald. They have some good young pieces on defense. DK Metcalf going up against his old team this weekend. That's going to be fun for me to see. And so, look, DK had a tough matchup last week against Sauce Gardner, still found a way to be impactful in moments throughout the game. And TLC brought this guy up the other day, like Calvin Austin opposite DK Metcalf popped off the screen just a little bit. So the aerial attack for Pittsburgh this week, like Aaron Rodgers, he looked like he dusted off, some of that dust, if you will, and looked like the old Aaron Rodgers throwing 4 touchdowns on the road in Gotham City.
He shook off the shake?
Yeah, there we go. I like that better than what I said. So, yeah, like Aaron Rodgers this week again. Right. But, yeah, man, the OG, our first home game as a Steeler. So that'll be a moment for him. That'll be pretty cool. But just – and you remember, you talked to him, Peyton Manning. You asked him about Aaron Rodgers, and he said he still believes in the arm talent. And that was still on display Sunday. So, yeah, I'll be locked in to see what A.A. Ron can cook up.
Yeah, it's interesting because you shouldn't be biting on a lot of play action with him anymore because he just can't destroy you with his arm. He's accurate, he's smart, and if the play action works, he can run it to perfection. If Pittsburgh gets their defense to show up, then they're a team that can be very competitive. The other big one for me is the Lions. Here comes Ben Johnson and the Bears.
I like it.
Lost a game they should have won, or they feel they should have won. And now the return of him to Detroit is a major topic. But the bigger one is not him. It's Detroit avoiding 0-2 for the first time in 4 years. And that was Dan Campbell's first season. So there were a lot of great ties that Ben Johnson had to his players. And they lost a little bit of that, not togetherness, but the chemistry that they had. So what we know about the Lions is that they should be able to get back to the ground game a little bit against the Bears with Gibbs and Montgomery. Then Goff should be able to cook a little more than he did. And so the Bears, they're going to be pumped up too because they're desperate as well. This is probably is there an all desperate game? This feels like it. Both teams were considered playoff teams or borderline playoff teams. Is there another more desperate game? Because I think that is the desperation, the desperado game.
I don't know if there's a game where both teams have that same type of vibe going on, but I have a team for you that I think would qualify as desperate, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. You got the Giants coming in, and it looks like Russell Wilson's going to get another crack at it to be their QB1 for a week. Jackson Dart looked electric in the preseason, so in time, he will be the guy. But Dallas, man, 0-1 already. Look, and you lost to Philadelphia. There's no shame in that. On the road, you lose by 4 points. But now here comes the Giants, and you have the superior quarterback. You have all the pop on offense, and I know they have Malik Neighbors on that side, but the Giants still, I think, have a ways to go as a complete unit on the offensive side of the ball. But for Dak, Pickens, CD, but more importantly, that defense that no longer has Micah Parsons. And Micah Parsons is up there in Titletown balling with his new teammates with Vanessa and Gary and all of those guys. And so the defense for the Cowboys, they got to come out and put up or shut up in this one. And you can't allow Russell Wilson to turn into Mr. Unlimited and throwing deep balls all over the place. And you're in a battle with a team with an inferior quarterback. Now, the Giants D-line can make life tough for a lot of people. But I think the Cowboys, they go to 0-2. Yeah, it'll get real loud down there in Jerry's world, that noise.
So this sounded wrong to me, but I think it's right. The Cowboys haven't started 0-2 in 15 years.
Okay.
And I thought, wow, because all we're worried about is that they can't make an NFC title game. They have not started 0-2 in 15 years. It was the year that Wade Phillips got fired during the year. Everything went south. So I'm with you. They're usually very good against the Giants. Dak's been good against the Giants. So I like them to bounce back, but I'm with you. That's off the Micah trade. You got to quiet things down because they were crazy competitive in the first game, Dallas.
They were.
Like they were.
No shame in losing to Philly that way.
Jerry kind of dodged a bullet in the first game.
Well,
they go 0-2. Now, with Micah doing what he's done, that doesn't help. But I'm just saying, coming off that first game, it was like, okay, well.
It also doesn't help, like, oh, yeah, pretty trying to sell the fan base. We're good, but here comes Jadeveon Clowney for a workout. Like, Yeah, they realize that they goofed up because Micah's a Hall of Fame talent, but didn't understand that trade and never will. But, yeah, Dallas, I'm some eyeballs on them this week, Eric, because I think they're a little desperate.
We'll come back. We'll talk Bengals and Jags. And Cincinnati had the worst rate in week 1 in this category. We'll tell you what it is next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. I just freaked the hell out of someone. The Fan.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Is it time for a new or used car? Visit Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161, home of the Tansky Promise, where our salespeople aren't paid on commission. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, and every transaction is upfront and transparent. You can even start the process at home. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to start your purchase today and to see all of this month's specials. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks. Contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We've all got it, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know. I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. Football runs deep in my family. My dad played here, and now my brother and I are proud to carry on that tradition. At Monogram Homes, family matters too. They treat every homeowner like one of their own, building with care, precision, and pride. Monogram doesn't just build houses, they build homes, crafted just for you. So whether you're starting your first home or designing your dream space, Monogram Homes has got your back every step of the way. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
Attack and dominate. Morning Juice is on YouTube and 10 TV Plus.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Join Bobby Carpenter and Tito weekdays starting at 6 or watch on demand. More Bobby, less commercials. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, you might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Temperatures soaring into the mid to upper 80s with plenty of sun. Clear skies tonight with lows in the mid to upper 50s, and then lots of sunshine and heat building into the forecast Saturday with highs in the upper 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sportsbook of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Leads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Well, we got off to a good start last night in the NFL picks against the number. We both took the pack and laid the 3. That was fairly comfy. Bet365 time.
Let's get into it, brother, because right now, new Bet365 customers, if you bet $5, you're going to get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So football fans, do not miss out on the cool stuff they got cooking up right now. One of those cool things is the early payout offer for both college football and the NFL. You're going to get an instant payout if the team you bet on goes up by 17 points, even if they lose the game. So get on over there and make you some money, folks, and download the Bet365 app today.
Safety net bet is great, too. You get that safety net going.
Yeah, I like it.
They're boosting all the same game parlays on any Friday MLB game, up 50%.
Okay.
So good stuff there.
Yep.
All right, let's do I'm going to do a money line parlay here. Just bet these teams to win. A little 4-way feast in the NFL. Let's go Detroit, Baltimore, Dallas, and Cincinnati. Plus 225.
Okay.
Got to get all 4. And you get the 7.5% parlay boost on that. And the early payout you talk about if any of them go up big.
I'm here for it. I'm looking at George Pickens, TLC's old guy. Second game for the Dallas Cowboys. I know CeeDee Lamb's going to consume a bunch of targets with how great he is week in and week out. But I like the value of a George Pickens touchdown this week at plus 165. He's a big play specialist, as we know. A couple of those targets that went his way were big plays and Dak pushing the ball downfield. So I like that. Give me George Pickens, the former Georgia Bulldog, at plus 165 to get into the box this weekend. Again, download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only, must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply, and app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Guys are like this. When you said dog, it reminded me of, so our guy, Ari Meirov, who covers the NFL for the 33rd team, he was the one that tweeted out that video last night of Tucker Kraft being a dog. And then I quote tweeted it and said, well, maybe if he tried to tackle his legs and not his shoulders, he'd have a fighting chance.
You're dug in.
I took his video and just
dug in on this. Why can I not remember where Tucker Kraft played ball in college?
Because he was a very South Dakota.
Is he
or
a South Dakota guy?
State?
Where did he go to college?
One of those two.
He's a South Dakota State guy? Okay.
Are they the Jackrabbits?
Yes.
Yes, because South Dakota's got like a red color scheme.
I think that's the Fighting Joe Flacco's?
Delaware.
No, they're Delaware.
They're the same color scheme, right? Blue and yellow, something like that? I think so, yeah.
Blue and yellow.
Where did Joe Flacco... I think I've given you this trivia question before. Where did Joe Flacco go prior to Delaware? He threw one pass. It was an interception.
Did they bring this to the table?
And then he went somewhere else.
They are the Jackrabbits, by the way.
Okay.
They got a big rivalry game this weekend, the school that I'm talking about. A rivalry that is
Give me a hint.
I think both of these schools should play Ohio State every year, even though
That's not a good hint. What do you mean? Both of these schools should play. This is where Joe Flacco went?
Prior to Delaware.
Prior to Delaware. He threw one pass. Interception.
We did this before.
Transfer to Delaware.
He brought this, and I don't remember either.
When you say both of these teams, what does that mean?
Here you go. You could drive there.
I mean, that's pretty broad.
I gave you a radius.
Drive there.
I could drive anywhere.
What do you mean?
No,
you're saying within my rule. Okay, so you're saying this school is within 3 hours away?
Within 3 hours away.
All right. So obviously anywhere pretty much in this state. Anywhere can we get to you can get to there's nothing in Indiana. Can't get there. Can't get there from here. Can you get to Pittsburgh in 3 hours? Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Pitt.
I think Pitt and West Virginia should play Ohio State every single year.
Okay.
Wouldn't be mad at that. Okay.
Ohio State would win like almost all the time.
Yeah. Get a game over at Heinz Field.
Yeah. But I like those sort of like non-conference regional rivalries like South Carolina, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Louisville, Kentucky.
I see the vision.
Ohio State, Pitt, Ohio State, West Virginia.
I like when Ohio State plays, the West Coast teams. Feels geographically pleasing.
Oh, my God. Do you know when Michigan State and USC is kicking off on
11 something?
11 p.m.
That's nasty work.
That's nasty.
They're getting the Hawaii shift.
All right, here's the Bengals. Cincinnati had no first downs on 60% of their drives against the Browns.
Insane.
That's the worst rate in week 1, and this is supposed to be the offense. And now they're going up against a front seven with Josh Allen, Hines Allen.
Yep.
Who's the other
Trayvon Walker?
Linebacker.
Trayvon Walker was he was a 1-1.
The kid that won the AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Can't remember. Linebacker,
For
Jacksonville. Yeah, I thought anyway.
Paul Puslosny.
No. No.
There's a name.
I'm looking at it.
What are we thinking about?
Devin Lloyd?
No.
Oh, no, he was a first round draft.
Not Devin Lloyd.
I don't know, AR. I have no idea who you're talking about then.
Clearly, I don't either. Travis Hunter.
Foyesade Oluokun.
That's him.
Okay.
I knew it was a wild name.
They got the former Buckeye Devon Hamilton coming back to Ohio this week, too.
Well, all right, Hamilton.
Yeah. Devon, welcome back. Welcome back. Browns could not run the ball at all last week against the Cincinnati defense, which was like, okay, out of the gate, I'll go, and I see you there holding the Browns to 2 yards a carry. Flip side of that, last week, Travis Etienne and that Jags rushing attack was cooking, man. They averaged 6 yards per carry. So a nice test, not only in the run game, but just outside as well with Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter. And it sounds like Travis Hunter is going to play a little bit more defense this week. So, yeah, get your popcorn ready for those Travis Hunter and Jamar Chase one-on-ones. Maybe that's a little bit of, hey, welcome to the NFL moment for Travis Hunter getting baptized a little bit by the best receiver in the league.
Here's Mr. Burrow on that.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Colorado games last year. I feel like the timing and somehow always lined up for when we were off on Saturdays. But I got a lot of respect for, number one, what he was able to do in college, how many snaps he played, the elite level that he would play at on both sides of the ball when he was out there. You know, last week he didn't play much on defense, so there's very limited tape on that end for me. So I don't have a ton to say on that front, but I know what I watched in college, and on the defensive side of the ball, his ball skills are obviously great. That's why he's playing offense too, and he just continuously made plays, it seemed like, in big spots. So I got a lot of respect for what he did and how he did it, and I'm excited to watch him in the league.
Played 42 snaps on offense, 6 on defense in week 1. This has to be a move based on who they're playing.
No doubt. You got Higgins and Chase on deck.
Yeah.
You need your best corners to go. That's for real.
You know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
Is that T.J. Watt was going up against Armand Membo. And I think Ian Eagle mentioned on the broadcast that in their production meetings, they asked TJ, they're like, hey, sir, were you watching Armand Membo's Mizzou highlights? And he's like, no. He's like, I'm not watching college tape.
You know who I am?
Yeah,
TJ, they need to be watching me.
Is there a chance you might play for the Saints? No.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good.
All right, we come back in 2 minutes. Marty Bannister, play-by-play man of the Bobcats, and we find out about this quarterback and what he'll be facing and bringing to the shoe on Saturday night. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad. I've been taking the low T treatment at Tri-State Men's Health for a little under a year now. So I was really just struggling with finding the energy to accomplish the things I wanted to do every day. By the end of the workday, I was very drained and tired and found it hard to concentrate and get my job done, and was looking for something to kind of get that edge back. Once I started taking the treatment, I felt probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks more energy. And the thing that really I noticed right away was sleeping. Now I get a solid 8 hours. I'm going on vacation. I'm enjoying myself. So men out there, if you're struggling with any of the symptoms I was, low energy, brain fog, lack of sleep, I would highly recommend you call Tri-State Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Chad. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know right now, the time we are in, that is the best time of year to buy new windows? Yeah, whether you have old drafty windows or the cheap ones that came with your house, September is the perfect month to protect your home against cold, snowy weather. And let's be honest, it's going to get hot later next year anyway, so you want it for then too. Year-round savings with energy-efficient windows from Window Nation, that's one of the best offers they have. But now this month, they have an even better offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. And if you're a Buckeye fan, you've got another reason to buy, because Window Nation will give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game if you purchase a whole home full of windows. Trusted company, a reasonable price, go Bucks, it's all there. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest, no payments until 2027. WindowNation.com or 866-90-NATION to get your free quote today. That's 866-90-NATION or WindowNation.com. Go Bucks.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Big Game Preview.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you.
All right, welcome back. We tease him a lot because we got him on the spot. He is Marty Bannister, play-by-play man, Ohio Bobcats. My friend, it's good to have you, and more importantly, it's good to hear your great voice.
I appreciate that, Anthony. Good to be with you this afternoon. How are you guys today?
Outstanding. These are always fun, these in-state games. I know it's gone Ohio State's way forever, so let's dig right into it. Parker Navarro. I take it he won't be fazed by a night game at the Shoe, but it's hard to simulate that.
No, you're right about that, and that's one of the things that Parker has been so good at, is adapting to any situation that's been thrown at him. And Ohio's doing all of the things you have to do, and they have done this week. You crank up the crowd noise, you do all of those things inside the indoor facility that Ohio has, but there's nothing equal to walking out on that field tomorrow night. They know it, the players know it. But that's the one thing I said about Navarro. Nothing phases this guy. I mean, nothing does. He'll be ready to go tomorrow night. There's no doubt about that.
Let's talk a little bit about the run game with Parker Navarro, Marty. And first of all, it's good to hear from you again, man. I hope you've been doing well. I enjoyed the call when you called my Pick North Panthers beating up on those Tigers last Friday, and so I appreciated that. But Parker Navarro, just talk about the threat of the run, because we've been talking about it, but you get to watch it every week and the challenge that could pose for Matt Patricia and that defense.
Well, the interesting thing about Parker is, and it's good to talk to you too again, Ice, he is so good when things fall apart. And I know that may sound odd to say, but he thinks so fast on his feet, and he is dangerous running the football. He ran for over 1,000 yards last year and led the MAC in rushing touchdowns. So he is a definite threat running the football. The return of C.A. Bangura to the backfield at the tailback spot has been really big. I mean, here's a guy who rounds for almost 2,000 yards at Ohio in 22 and 23, transferred to Minnesota last year and carried the ball all 4 times, and decides to come back to Ohio and automatically steps in as the go-to guy in the backfield. There's some good depth in that running back room, but it focuses on Navarro and Bangura, no question.
He's the veteran play-by-play man, Marty Bannister, with us. He'll call the game for the Bobcats tomorrow night. Marty, how many guys do they have back from that conference championship team?
Well, on offense, 3 starters back on the offensive line. Of course, Parker Navarro back. A number of wideouts. Where the team really took some hits was on the defensive side of the ball. They replaced all 4 guys up front. The linebackers, they lost a couple of starters there. All four returnees come back in the defensive backfield, and that's probably the strength of the team right now is the backside, the back four. Tank Pearson, DJ Walker, Adonis Williams, and Mike Mack. But this defense, though, the credit goes to John Hauser, the team's defensive coordinator. He's a Hartley grad. He knows what he's doing there. He's doing a great job with that defense. I mean, this is a group last year, guys, that allowed just one touchdown in the first quarter, all 14 games last year, and so far this year hasn't allowed a second-half touchdown. John Hauser can work up a game plan, but the strength is definitely the four guys on the back end of the defense.
Talk about the head coach and Brian Smith and the job you think he's done since he took over, I believe, in December, and just how he's been able to get things going and having OU get off to a respectable start. For the folks that don't know much about Brian Smith, kind of talk about him, if you will.
Well, I think the key to your question, Ice, is the fact that he is keeping things going. This is a program that's won 10 or more games each of the last 3 years and set a program record with 11 last year. A very laid-back guy. He's from Hawaii. He played center at Hawaii back in the day. He's a West Coast guy. He'll have a Hawaiian lei on tomorrow when he's out on the field. That's just kind of the way he operates, but the players love him. And when he was named head coach, the cheer that came up from the meeting room was just unbelievable down in Orlando last year. And he's done such a great job of keeping the culture, and he uses that term a lot, guys, of going. And I mentioned John Hauser a moment ago. He kept Scott Isfording, who is now the passing game coordinator, quarterbacks coach, kept him on the staff. You have a couple of other key guys on the staff, and that has really helped just keep things rolling. It was almost a seamless transition from Tim Albin to Brian Smith.
Marty Bannister, the former voice of the Ohio State women's basketball team for a baker's dozen, and now calling the games for the Bobcats. What would you hang your hat on, Marty, more, that the Bobcats could maybe hold up against the pass or hold up against the run?
I would say probably right now the run. The thing that I think kind of concerned all of us in week number one was the inability to get pressure on Ethan Kaliak-Manis, the Rutgers quarterback, and they have a number of talented wideouts, not anywhere near Jeremiah Smith or Cornell Tate's talent. I mean, I think we all know that. But they kind of picked apart Ohio in that regard. Once Ohio started to get pressure on the quarterback, that kind of turned the tide in the game, I think. But I'll be very interested to see how Ohio handles that. If they get pressure on Julian Sayin tomorrow night, I think that'll help that back end.
Talk about the scene last week with West Virginia coming to town. I guess maybe more importantly, Marty, what you think that type of game can do for this OU football team. Maybe not on Saturday, but maybe down the road when you have a tough environment, kind of a gritty win is what it felt like. Just talk about that West V game and what you think that can do for the Bobcats moving forward.
Well, I think one of the things you have to remember, guys, is that Ohio never once felt they were the underdog last week. I mean, they may have been labeled as that going in. I don't really follow betting lines or things along those lines, so I couldn't tell you that. But they never once felt that they were the underdogs in that game. I mean, they fully expected to walk onto the field last week and punch West Virginia in the mouth, and they did. The defense just shut down the West Virginia offense. Rich Rodriguez talked about wanting to run 120 plays a game. Ohio ran, I think it was 25 plays than they did for the game. So the mentality is, and Brian Smith will tell you this too, the mentality is not to survive the first punch, but to throw the first punch. And that's the way they approach every game. So, yeah, they weren't intimidated at all or in awe of West Virginia last week, nor will they be intimidated or in awe of Ohio State tonight. That's just the mentality.
I think it's a good point because when I looked at their schedule before the season, you know, you put some games that they should win, games that are a flip of the coin, and then games that they're probably going to lose. And West Virginia was one of those in my mind. You know, it was at Rutgers. Actually, it was the first. It was all the non-conference. It was West Virginia, Rutgers, and then, of course, here in Columbus. But since they got one and they got that one, your sense on whether they can make this game a game into the second half?
Well, I think if I can use a boxing analogy for you guys, week one we took on Ohio took on a heavyweight who was not a bad middle of the line heavyweight. Last week you took on one that was still kind of trying to find its legs, and now tomorrow night Mike Tyson walks into the ring. I guess that's kind of the way you have to look at this. But at the same time, if Ohio can do the things that they've done defensively the last couple of weeks, and as we all know in these type of games, if it's a game into the fourth quarter, then all bets are off at that point. I mean, I think that's pretty fair to say, and that's the goal. Get it into the fourth quarter, make it a game. If Ohio can run the football successfully and slow down Ohio State, I know that's a monumental task. We all know that. But if they can do those things, then this could be a very interesting night at Ohio Stadium.
Zooming out from Bobcats and Buckeyes, talk about just where the Bobcats are going to stack up when they get into conference play. I know they're the reigning champs from 2024, but looking around the conference, Marty, what's ahead for the old Bobcats?
Well, Ohio will close out non-conference play next week with Gardner-Webb, and then this is a very interesting conference opener on the 27th of September. Eddie George brings Bowling Green to Athens. That's their first Mid-American Conference game. The MAC is probably top-heavy. Ohio, Toledo, Miami, which Ohio beat in the MAC championship game last year, Buffalo and Northern Illinois. And we're all still waiting to see exactly what Eddie George has at BG right now. But I think those are probably the teams you really need to keep an eye on. It's a balanced league, and just about any week, anybody can get you, and that's the thing. Especially when you get into those weeknight games in November, it just really turns into you have to be ready on every snap type of outing.
Voice of the Bobcats, our friend Marty Bannister, back in the shoe tomorrow night. Enjoy it, my man. This was fun. Stay well, and hope you have a great night tomorrow.
I appreciate you guys for having me on. It's good to talk to you again.
You too. Marty Bannister was on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. I'm glad you asked him that because they miss Akron and Kent State. That's tough. But not playing Toledo is good, and missing Central Michigan isn't too bad. And so what are they, over under maybe 7.5 or something like that. Okay. So I think the way I heard it described before the season on them was it's a step back, but it's not a massive one.
Right.
So they kind of just
maybe not
tread
like
here a little bit.
Not a rebuild, but a retool.
It is, except everybody had them losing to WVU.
Yeah,
so that changes a little bit of the outlook and the narrative that they don't have to take a massive step back. All right, we'll come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
Common Man here. I want to tell you about my guy, Bob Capace, owner-operator of Worthington Jewelers for the past 25 years. If your only experience is going to the mall for jewelry, Bob and his team will blow you away. Service, quality, and a great price. The store is busy all the time because people keep coming back. True story. My 8-year-old daughter says to me, "When can we go see Mr. Capace again? He's nice." Yes, he's nice. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com.
Buckeyes, the 2025 football season is here, and that means 3 things: football, game day, and smooth Jameson whiskey. Whether you're catching the game at home, at your neighborhood bar, or soaking up the team spirit at a tailgate, Jameson Ginger and Lime and Ohio State Athletics are a winning combo. So cheers to making game days even better with the official whiskey of the fans. Jameson, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Taste responsibly. Jameson Irish Whiskey, product of Ireland. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2025, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, New York.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. It's football season, and just like on the field, success starts with the right game plan and the right team. That's why I'm proud to team up with Monogram Homes. They're the true custom home builder, bringing precision, creativity, and attention to every detail, just like we do on Saturdays. If you're ready to build, don't settle for standard. Go custom. Go Monogram. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
Hey, it's Anthony for Orthopedic One. I'm not invincible anymore. I never was, but I refuse to punt on things I still love to do. That's why over the past several years, when I've had things creep up, like back pain, shoulder issue, elbow problem, I've had it all, I've always chosen Orthopedic One. That's because Orthopedic One is Ohio's largest physician-owned orthopedic practice with 60 physicians in every specialty. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One. This is where you go to get better.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Scotty Vegas here. Smartest bet of the season? Bet on yourself. I needed a weight loss plan that fit into real life. Tailgates, road trips, kids' nights, and still lets you eat. Week 1 with Awaken 180, I was down 6. By the end, 45 pounds gone. That's with wings, chili, meatballs, sausages, all the good stuff. It's the Tailgate transformation. Structure, coaching, and food that tastes like a win. Make the smart play. Start your Tailgate transformation at awaken180weightloss.com.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the Ultimate OSU Football Insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
All right, big fella, take us home.
A few things. First of all, Jacob Reimer will be at work today. When you see him, tell him congratulations because today's the day.
They had the baby?
Later tonight.
Okay.
He's doing Buckeye show is his first priority, and then they're going to the hospital.
So if he gets the call in the show, what's the backup plan?
No, I guess just go.
Are they inducing?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
So they would induce after the show.
Okay, all right.
And so that's why they can kind of take their time.
So she's on his clock.
Exactly.
I see how that works.
Wife
She's
is
going to
9
have the
months
baby,
pregnant.
but so he'll tell her when she can have the baby.
Now you go.
Is what's happening.
He's like, hey, I gotta play drops tonight. Sorry,
Exactly.
Oh,
man. Shout out
We don't play like homie. We don't play like that.
Shout out to Rhyme Time and his wife. Congrats. That's awesome stuff.
All right, what else do we have here? Okay, audio from earlier in the week.
Yep.
This was Mississippi State beat Arizona State last week.
Cowbells.
That's right. And apparently they have the same bus driver since 1983.
Really? The team bus, right?
The Mississippi State team bus.
Okay.
So they were, 6.5 point underdogs. Arizona State, a top 15 team heading into Starkville.
Yeah.
Mississippi State pulls it out. And I just realized that I can't play the audio because somebody just hacked into my computer.
What do you mean someone hacked into your computer?
The tech people. I don't know.
Okay, that happened to me the other day.
Yeah.
I told Maddie about this. I'm like, somebody's taking over my computer
the invisible hand. Just come in and do whatever. Yeah, they
maybe
have the
I'm
ability
doing
to
something
do
I'm
that.
not supposed to be doing.
So I'll play that audio later. And in the meantime, we'll pick up on some of the overs and unders we didn't get to. And we can start with the Browns team total, which is at a measly 16.5.
I'm going to say under.
16.5.
Slightly.
They get to 16 last week?
They did.
17-16 final
Should
score
have
of that
been
one?
19.
No question.
Or 20, depending on how you want to look at it.
See, it's hard for me because my mind goes to what I watched Baltimore do, right? Or give up, I guess I should say.
Is that Baltimore or Baltimore?
Baltimore.
I hear people say Baltimore with a D.
I think
It's kind of my Wimbledon thing argument. Yeah.
What's the other one they are? The other word where people put an S on the end, I think that kind of drives you nuts.
Joe Burrows.
No, that's out there too. There's a word AR that.
Kroger's.
No.
Did they put an S on?
I think, oh man, I can't believe I'm blanking on
was
this.
it more like across?
Across. The T, not the S. Yes, across the street.
Or ED or whatever.
You got ED?
Don't answer that.
What that was?
Don't answer that. I will go.
I gotta give him a rim shot for that.
Give me.
Sorry,
You're good.
not going to do it.
I'll go slide over. You guys are crazy.
I forgot what the question was.
It
was the Browns point total.
It's over. I don't know.
Predictions are low stakes. Just pick one over under. Bengals team totals 26.5.
It's like calling into the radio show to answer a trivia question. You don't have to remember the question. Just say over or under, Matt, and you'll be fine.
When we do giveaways, people don't listen for the question.
They just hear the prize. They try to get in line.
Oh, I got to call it in.
Let me get in line.
All right, what's this next one?
What do we call them? Prize pouncers or something? You had a nickname for them.
Did I?
I like prize pouncers.
Yeah, maybe I did.
It's kind of like porch pirates. Don't do that.
I'd like to catch a porch pirate.
You got a ring camera?
Pirate.
No, I don't.
Get you one. Then you could talk to them. Like, hey, I see you. Back up. What would you do if you did catch a porch pirate? Because you sound like you got a plan. You said, boy, I would love to catch him. What would you do?
I don't have a plan.
But
I want to catch him in the act.
So that's what I'm saying. What would you do? Is that I'm just yelling at you, chasing you with a broomstick? Like, what do you got over there, big dog?
Rothman can't wait to say, get off my lawn. Are you kidding me?
Literally.
Yeah.
Get off my porch. Leave the package. Take the cannolis.
I'm gonna go with the under because I feel like this is gonna be like a 24-21 type of game.
This is Bengals?
Yeah.
What'd you put their over at?
26.5.
I'm gonna go under.
26.5. Under.
All right, my screen is clear right now. No one's hacking into my computer right in front of me, so I think I can use it. So to pick back up where we left off.
Oh, yeah, the bus driver.
Yeah, so the bus driver from Mississippi State, his name is Everett. He was hanging out with a team in the locker room in the post game.
Okay.
They were passing around cigars.
Here for it.
Some of the players were going on Instagram Live. Everett walked right up to one of the cameras and said this.
Damn, but one thing better than this, and I'm going to take care of that later tonight.
There's only one thing better than this, and I'm going to take care of that later tonight.
Uh-huh.
Did I hear that correctly?
Man. Yeah, it sounds like he's got something waiting for him at the crib, baby.
There's a Mrs. Everett out there.
Uh-huh. Coming home,
maybe
baby.
a future Mrs. Everett. Or a future ex-Mrs. Everett.
Yeah.
Is that why they call him Big E?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Play that again. Can you play that again?
I sure can. Here you go. Let's go, Everett.
Damn, but one thing better than this, and I'm going to take care of that later tonight.
Ain't but one thing better than beating Arizona State.
Oh, man.
And I want to bring this to the table.
Mississippi State.
Yeah. But Mississippi State beat Arizona State.
That's right.
I wanted to bring this to the table, too, before it expires, because this may not be interesting next week, but this was kind of news in the NBA this week when Adam Silver was asked a question about, hey, is this league getting too expensive with, streaming and all these different platforms? You guys are kind of everywhere. Is this kind of tough for all of your, someone's stealing my mouse. I'm literally fighting somebody with my mouse right now, and they just won.
I blame CB.
There we go.
It's got to be him.
So it's either CB, it's Greg.
I'm blaming CB.
Anyway, whatever. Adam Silver basically said it's a highlight-driven league anyway, and so you guys can get this crap for free. Basically saying you don't need to watch full games.
Yeah, like that.
Is that what he really meant?
Well, I think
kinda.
I think
I'm not taking that much out of context.
Basically, what he's saying is there are alternatives. If you can't pay for it, you can still get a piece of us. Like, I think he meant it as a positive way. Like, yeah, we can understand that streaming services aren't cheap, but we offer such great highlights that you can still enjoy our league if you can't pay for that.
Here's what he said. Right.
There's a huge amount of our content that people can essentially consume for free. I mean, this is very much a highlights-based sport, so, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it, any service, the New York Times for that matter, to the extent that your content is not behind a paid firewall. There's an enormous amount of content out there. YouTube, by another example, that is advertising-based that consumers can consume.
Yeah, if I'm NBC, I ain't trying to hear any of that. We just paid millions and millions of dollars to get the NBA back. And you're talking about, hey, the fans can just go catch up on TikTok and YouTube. Like, that ain't it. That's a miss by the commissioner right there.
We can't let everybody into the restaurant, but we do take the day-old bread and throw it down out in the alley. You can have that. for free.
I get what he's trying to say.
Some muffin stumps that need to be transported to the local repository.
But you can't say that out loud, AR. Not like that. When
if you don't want the stumps, don't eat the stumps.
Man, that's a tough look.
That is what he's saying, right? Get your money, get your bankroll up, and then you can join us. Well, or he also said,
"Get your money up." Is that what he said?
I think so.
I guess so.
Well, I mean, because the way that I interpreted it, because there's already this big debate about like load management and stuff of like how valuable is the regular season.
Yeah.
Where he's basically saying you don't need to watch the games. You guys can watch highlights for free. That's good enough for you.
They're trying to change that with the 65-game minimum rule and all that stuff. But yeah, the commissioner doesn't need to say those things out loud, in my opinion. Hey, before we go,
you just told him to stop talking.
If you missed anything from our show, you can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you got to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3 will be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. The wonderful folks at Bet365, they sponsor the Rothman and Ice podcast. Don't move. Common Man and Timmy coming up next. They'll get you ready for Buckeyes and a lot more.
And I am looking at a half-empty bottle of Cavatier, which means that we are just about out of time.
Final score tomorrow.
Oh, wow. 44-10. That was off the
TLC?
That was top of the dome.
41-17. I'll give OU a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. 41-13, actually.
Similar ballpark.
I'll say this. OU has it tied at 7-7, and that's the closest it gets for the rest of the game.
Are they up 7-0?
No.
Okay. We'll talk to you tomorrow from the tailgate. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Realtors usually charge you 6% to sell your house, but not my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They take 1%. It's in the name. And this is full service. No shortcuts, no for sale by owner crapola. They do it all. Call 614-451-6616.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
From sold-out stadiums under Friday night lights to more than 100,000 screaming fans on the banks of the Olentangy, America's football capital is right here in OHIO. But the greatest players and coaches of all time live in Canton at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter if you spend your Sundays yelling "Hoo Day" or barking like a dog from your seats in the pound. A trip to the Pro Football Hall of Fame should be on every fan's bucket list. Plan your trip at ProFootballHof.com. The Pro Football Hall of Fame. Ignite the passion, relive the glory.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Is it time for a new or used car? Visit Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161, home of the Tansky Promise, where our salespeople aren't paid on commission. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, and every transaction is upfront and transparent. You can even start the process at home. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to start your purchase today and to see all of this month's specials. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $300 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spread, totals, player props.
$300 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. TNC supply in-app only.
If you're itching for a new vehicle this fall, you have to go see my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. Hey, it's Anthony. I drive an awesome Ridgeline, and you can drive home the rugged 25 Ridgeline Sport with 0% APR or lease for as low as $299 a month. Or go for the looks and reliability of a 2025 Honda Accord LX, just 3.99% APR or lease it from only $199 a month. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, and GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Dormar, your climate hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day.